Hello and welcome to episode 114 of the Sunday League Pundit Show. You have myself, Stretch, and my very good friend on camera, JimJam. How are you?
All good.
We are missing Tin Ribs.
Yeah.
At the moment. He's gone to play with himself or crash or get arrested or something. He's gone to do something that he probably shouldn't be doing. We don't trust him enough to actually ask him because we're scared of what the answer will be. But he should be joining us either later in part one or for part two at the very least. But for now, we are going to stick with Stretch and JimJam. You've got the two most important ones because we're on camera anyway. Tin Ribs is never on camera. So it doesn't really matter. I have had to borrow my lady's laptop because I don't know what I've done with mine. I don't know if I've left it at work in the truck or if I've just dumped it somewhere and forgot about it. I really don't know.
That's what you get for rushing about.
It is, but we'll not go into that yet because this is football part. This is football part of the podcast and we're going to talk football. Now, I do have things to say when it comes to football.
Yeah.
One being...
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's...
No, but that was oh, wow to Haaland's miss in the 13th minute. I mean, you would...
You'd put your house on him scoring that over the last 5 years.
I don't know if he got a slight nudge in the back
that
put him off.
Haaland in the past would have...
That's really good
I would like to say
though.
at this point, the City-Bournemouth game is on in the background. It's not a watch-along, but it is on whilst we're recording part one. So we may well refer to it as we go through. Currently, it is Manchester City 0,
Bournemouth
1 through Tavernier.
Good finish.
We'll go with
good
Tavernier.
finish at the back post.
Crossed
in, low cross.
I think it's hilarious
well.
because City are losing and they've lost all sense of direction. Speaking of losing all sense of direction, what the fuck has happened to Manchester United?
I don't really know.
Why would you put that much effort in for a caretaker manager only for that caretaker manager to be given the job and you then go, I can't be arsed now. Fuck it.
It seems to always happen when a manager's there on a short-term deal, they perform better. And then once they've got this long-term deal where they can get sacked and know that they're going to get paid for the remainder of their contract.
I don't think that's a Carrick thing. I think that's a player thing.
Or do you think it's a manager thing, knowing that once you've got this long-term manager deal...
I do think it's a player thing. I think it's a player attitude thing. Because we were laughed at by Man United fans. Right? And I was borderline. Because they were laughing at us going, 75 for Guimaraes. 75 million. We got Tielemans for 35 million. And he's better. Is he though? Maguire, did you watch Hull's second goal?
I mean, a lot of the time, I'm right when it comes to the pod. When I say things, it normally happens and stuff like that. Sometimes I get the odd thing wrong. Normally when it comes to predicting the Premier League, because last season I said Liverpool were going to do all right at the beginning, and then they just went off the face of the planet.
Yeah,
I'm okay with being wrong.
If you can keep doing that,
I'm okay
that'd
with
be great.
being wrong. And then I said Man United were going to be pushing Arsenal for the title last week. That doesn't seem to be the case.
It doesn't. Now, I made a bet with a Liverpool fan, my lady's stepdad.
Yeah.
And he said to me, Arsenal won't win the league. And I said, we will, because there's no one there to challenge. They're either in transition or they're like City and they're going to fall off a cliff. And he went, City will never fall off a cliff. So I'm telling you now, they're going to fall off a cliff. This was before the Charity Shield.
Well, somebody sent me a picture of, basically the picture of Maresca in charge, and basically when you ordered Pep off Temu.
It's pretty much it, isn't it? Or that's the way it seems at the moment.
Look, it happened before. Ferguson left Man United, and he went
to shit for a while.
They won the league and then done that. Now, Pep didn't win the league when he left, but is he leaving a sinking ship? I mean, they've lost De Bruyne, they've lost Rodri, they've lost the core of their midfield. You know, is the charges imminent?
Right,
Are they expecting that?
There is something I want to talk
now?
about where they're considered as well.
So, Haaland, yeah, he's there, but Is he going to stay?
You can't be a one-man team. And right now, looking at this City team, he's going to have to do it all himself. Because the players around him are not good enough.
I mean,
Elliot
they've got
Anderson
some good
has not
things.
stepped up.
I mean, you would say that Cherky is good. Obviously, Haaland, we know is good. And you'd probably say on the other side, you've got... Who's the other? Semenyo. Who's
Quality.
good. The front three, potentially.
Cherky, Haaland,
good.
and Semenyo has got to be up there with the best in the world.
And you would say, like, Nico O'Reilly is a good player.
Phenomenal.
I mean, then you've got Elliot Anderson. He didn't have as good a World Cup as people make him out to be.
No.
I thought he was bang average and definitely overpaid for. He's overpriced.
100%.
So I think that he is not the replacement for Rodri because there's not many out there that can replace Rodri for what he does. He's obviously an exceptional player at what he does. And you have them players in the team. Man City have had them for a large number of years. You know, De Bruyne was one of the best midfielders that the Premier League has probably seen for his passing ability. And obviously, they've sold him now, or he left at the end of his contract, and he pretty much run his course at that point. He's now dwindling down, but he's still proven that because I think it was... he went to Napoli, I think it is, and I think he was playing with Højlund. Højlund obviously didn't have the best time at Man United.
He did not.
And he's obviously performed better at Napoli, and he said... Oh, if I had this at Man United, it was a dream. And he was talking about the fact that De Bruyne's passing is just on another level. And, before De Bruyne, Man City had David Silva, who's probably one of the finest midfielders. And you hear former players talk about how it was and stuff.
How good
basically, Pep as a manager, he doesn't like people doing the half turn. Which basically, for those who don't know, it's taking a touch and then turning. So what Pep expects is you either collect the ball and pass it off to the next player first time.
Or turn and run.
Or basically you let the ball come past you.
Spin and run.
De Bruyne wasn't allowed to do that. The only player that was allowed to take a touch and turn was David Silva.
Yeah,
because basically he could do what he wanted, basically.
He was
he
so
got
good,
free
it didn't
reign.
matter,
And
this is the other game that's on right now. They're just showing highlights.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but funny.
Unfortunate.
And I can't believe that scoreline.
That's a half-time scoreline. Are you shitting me? Brighton 4, Aston Villa 0 at half-time.
And if you want to see the first goal, it's funny as... Oh, my days.
They could do with someone like Ezri Konsa, I reckon.
Yeah, that probably would be useful. They've fallen apart.
This is absolutely shocking.
And they've had a player
there's a red
sent
card
off
as well.
At 4-0.
Fuck
yeah. They don't look very happy, them Villa fans, right now.
He looks pretty chilled. Emery looks really happy.
He's like, can we go home now?
I was not expecting that scoreline at half-time.
So, I mean, we're on Man City. And
4 to Villa, 10 to Brighton.
Yeah.
Touches in opposing box, 15 to Brighton. I do normally put my phone on silent these days.
Well, at least some things never change. You've been doing so well for so long.
I know, yeah.
New season, same old Stretch.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting Premier League season by the results of the opening day. So we'll go through the Premier League opening day fixtures. Obviously, we've had Arsenal kicked us off. If you want to tell us about that game.
Very, very quickly. Okay, so Arsenal played Coventry. They won 3-0. Everyone basically was expecting Arsenal to win. They needed to win. They had to win. It was a newly promoted team, and they should. But Arsenal played very well. They controlled the game very well. And even when we went up, we still attacked. We still played well. Coventry, to the credit, weren't awful. They played pretty well. Didn't offer a great deal, but they're trying to play a game of football that they can't against Arsenal, City, Liverpool, probably Chelsea. Villa would have been another one I called until today. maybe even Bournemouth, because they're very, very attacking. So they may have to just ease off against these real attacking teams that are established in the Premier League. But I don't think they're going to. They may go down. I'm not saying they're going to survive, but I don't think they'll do as badly as people are expecting. They still may go down. I don't think they're going to be like Derby or
Southampton.
Yeah, when they were the proper whipping boys. Wolves.
As it goes. So obviously we briefly mentioned. Obviously Hull beat Man United, and obviously we said how bad it was. So Hull getting the points off the board, that's really important for a newly promoted team, and how the difference has changed. That now maybe last season gave them a mentality going, you know what, just because we've got promoted doesn't mean we're going to go down. I think there's certain teams that are going to be in trouble, and I'll say which teams I think are going to be down at the bottom of the table when I get there. So Everton beat Crystal Palace 2-0.
Yep.
And for me, they're going to be two teams probably mid-table. I think they're going to win games. I think they're going to lose games.
I think Palace are going to struggle to be mid-table. They were toothless. There was nothing there. Do you know who else are going to struggle to be mid-table? Man United. There was fuck all in that team. No fight, no desire, no teeth, nothing.
Okay. So Ipswich, who I thought would probably be looking at relegation. I mean, they've beaten Sunderland.
I still think they're going to look at relegation.
Do you think, and I think that now going by that game, I think with Sunderland in Europe this season, Sunderland have got to be very careful that they don't go down, because I don't think they're going to have the squad depth. No. I think they're going to really struggle with playing Thursdays and Sundays. Well, they're going to be in real
haven't got the squad depth. There's no
I don't think they're
thinking about. They haven't got.
I don't think they're any better than they were last season.
No.
And if I would say, I think other teams around them have improved.
Yes,
which brings us on to the next game, where we said that Leeds have obviously improved their team. I think their signings have been superb. I think James Trafford had a good game yesterday.
Wilson played well, should have scored, but he was a little offside.
Kept them into it. So Leeds won 1-0 against Forest.
Yep.
If Tin wants to talk about it later, then he might, but we might not give him the opportunity.
If he gets back in part one, that's fine.
But
if not, they have to wait.
I think that it was probably a deserved result for Leeds.
I would say it was definitely.
So, and I don't think I think they will finish in the top half of the table. I think Forest are a team that could potentially struggle this season, especially losing Elliot Anderson. Obviously, Gibbs White is vital for them.
They've got Glasner as well. I think he's a great manager. So
they might.
Let's let Glasner settle, and then we'll judge where Forest.
Brentford were a team that I was thinking, what are they going to do? Maybe I think they're going to be safe, but probably bottom half of the table.
Yeah.
Spurs, who I thought were probably going to be better,
weren't. I want to talk about Spurs.
Or they bought too many players now.
I disagree, because I think you can buy.
They needed a change.
I think you can buy a lot and still be good. Right, now Tottenham. You're not telling me that Savinho, that signed for 30 million 2 years ago and has scored 2 Premier League goals in that time, is now worth 85 million.
There's a reason.
Now, there's a sell-on clause.
There is.
For Marmoush.
Yes.
So, I think they've cooked it, so they'll go, we look like we're selling you Marmoush for 40, 45 million.
But actually,
and we'll look like we're selling you Savinho for 85 million.
But really,
whereas really the transfers are the other way around. But it saves us spending money on sell-on clause.
Yes. Is that right, or is that wrong?
If Tottenham are going to agree to it...
Honestly, Man City have every right to sell their player for whatever they want to sell their player for.
100%.
And Tottenham have every right to buy the player for whatever they want. If they want to buy 2 players and they've got an agreement of that, they could distribute that any way that they want. And in theory, if they really wanted to, they could have sold Savinho or Marmoush, as the case may be. They could have sold him for 1 million if they really wanted to.
Technically, now, that would have been looked into.
But what could they do? Is it in the rules and stuff like that? Now, obviously, if it's certain teams, they'd probably be punished for it. Other teams, not so much.
Well, City don't seem to be punished for anything, do they, at the moment?
So, yes, I do agree with that. So, obviously,
I think that's
Spurs,
getting away with it.
despite their signings, I think, obviously,
Yeah, but do you remember, I even said this on the podcast. I remember saying it on the podcast. When Arsenal were linked with Tonali for like 70 million or 75 million, I said, I don't think Tonali is a good enough signing for 75 million.
Now, there was a player, and he didn't have a very good game.
I mean, if you're on about
players
Tottenham,
didn't,
Solanke,
but it was
Richarlison,
Archie Gray at right back.
he was. I mean, they were all bad, weren't they?
I mean,
all bad.
It kind of goes against like what we were saying last week and stuff like that, where Archie Gray hasn't been playing right back for Spurs.
No, he's
and
been where
obviously
he should be.
They said last week Archie Gray is Tottenham's best English right back. That statement kind of went a bit, oops.
Everyone's allowed a bad game.
Yeah.
But that was a particularly bad game.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he'll be playing right back again for
I don't
Spurs.
see.
And I think the only reason he was playing there is because obviously Pedro Porro's not fit.
I don't see mentally how Spurs recover from that anytime soon. I think they're going to really struggle because everyone.
That's a really bad.
That's an awful header.
Miss.
Everyone associated. He's in midfield today, Gay. He is.
Why?
He's a DM.
If he wanted somebody like that, they should keep John Stones, which I want to come to as well.
I wish we'd have bought him.
As well, because there's something happened over there, and I want to know what opinion is coming up soon, because I think it's very good for English football and quite interesting that Inter Milan have gone and bought a few English players.
Yes.
This summer. Now, for me, I like seeing a few English players abroad. It's quite nice.
It just gives them something else,
especially
doesn't
like
it?
that. Like John Stones in pre-season scored a fantastic goal for Inter. I think he's obviously still a good player.
He's a good
They've
player.
obviously bought Jed Spence as well.
Yep.
And I think they've got another Englishman as well who's I can't quite remember if you remember at all. Any idea?
I don't remember them signing another one unless they've still got Abraham. Or was he at Inter?
We'll have a look at that. So, but no, I do like the fact that, you know, the foreign players do go over there for us on that front.
John Stones, Jed Spence, Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones, that's the one, because he just signed after. So Curtis Jones. Because the interesting fact is that for the first time in God knows how many years, Liverpool don't have a Scouser in their squad.
Damn. We're back to JimJam the Statman.
Yeah, I thought that's quite mad. And then you're looking through it and you're like, okay, they've got like, you think of like where you're thinking, oh, they've got young players in the team, and you're like, okay, Conor Bradley, it's like, oh, okay, he's from Northern Ireland, so it's not him. It's like Rio, Nagahoma or whatever his last name is. Engamoa. And he is and he was started at Chelsea, I think, so not that. And then whoever else they've got has actually come from other academies. So they actually don't have a recognised Scouser in their ranks. So for me, when they played Man United, there used to be a lot more fierce rivalry about it and stuff, because they always had them Scousers that saw that as a real rivalry going forward. Now this time, you probably find that there's probably more Mancs in the Man United side that are going to be up for that game than
Liverpool
Scousers.
just won't be. Liverpool won't,
Because you can't tell me if
the
you get
foreigners
rid of the
just
core,
don't care.
if you got rid of the core of the team but represent what that rivalry's about, you haven't got it.
I could go and play in the derby between Rangers and Celtic. I know it's massive for Scotland. I know they really care about it. I just don't. Don't. And even if I played for them, yeah, of course I'd want to win because I don't like losing. But not with that extra fucking fire that... Because I just don't care. It's not my team. I don't care. You're not telling me that some guys from fucking, I don't know, Holland and Spain and you know, Africa, are you telling me that they actually give a shit?
I think certain players
know
can
about
develop it. Like, if you play for the same club for 10 years... you probably are going to understand that rivalry after time, because you see the players that they do.
The one I would go with that makes me think of that is Wojciech Szczesny, Arsenal's old goalkeeper. He was with us about 11, 12 years.
Yeah.
And then when he moved on to Barcelona and Juventus, every time we beat Tottenham, he'd come up on TikTok and he'd be going, "It's happened again. It's happened again." And you're like, "Oh, here we go. He's going to get fined again now."
Yeah.
So he learned what it was about and he sort of grew with it. There's very few that actually give a shit. And especially now, I mean, 200 grand a week, would you give a fuck at 200 grand a week?
Do you think players actually care about the club as much as they used to, or care about playing football? Because Purple said it to me today, like, for certain players, and they're like, he don't care. He's on 35 grand a week. He don't care if he plays or not play. He don't care if he's on the bench or if he's playing and stuff.
You care whether you play, right?
Do you? Do you think that all the players that are on the bench now?
This is what I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain.
Do you think everybody cares?
No, because the likes of Ben White probably doesn't, because he doesn't really like football. He just happens to be very good at it.
He doesn't need his playing bonus. Where you think back in the when they were earning £500 a week or whatever, which is a lot of money for them.
Yeah.
20, but they were reliant on their bonuses and stuff like that. Going,
was it £100 appearance bonus or £20 per goal?
I have to play 60 minutes of a game.
Yeah.
You know, if I've only played a minute, I only got pro rata of that. Stuff. So I was only getting an extra 20 quid a week or something. Yeah. You know, massive. Do they care about
it? Paid bills.
Whereas somebody, honestly, they come to you and go, "I'm on 35 grand a week. I'm not getting my £1,000 playing bonus." Do you think they care if we get a £1,000 playing bonus?
Not really, on 140 grand a month, which is what then you take off your tax. You're on 85 grand a month. £85,000 a month.
Yeah. So has football been killed because the money's that high?
Do you think that these genuinely, the ones that don't absolutely adore football, do you think they even care about winning? Because you're still getting 210 grand a week.
Or do you think the ones that actually
nearly
adore
£1 million
football
a month
are still playing in League One, National League, National League law?
Yeah, because they're not getting the money for it. They're the ones that play because they want to win and because this is something I want to do to be paid for. They've got a part-time job
on the side.
Yeah.
Because they're quite happy to work, but they just want to play football.
They're the ones that care. These don't give a shit. Look at Mark Gahey, right? Perfect example. He's currently playing now in midfield for City, and he's on, 280 grand a week or something?
Yeah.
Did he look like he give a fuck last year when he played against Macclesfield in the FA Cup?
No. He still won the FA Cup.
Did he win? Well, yeah, because he got transferred, didn't he?
City won the FA Cup.
When he played for Palace against Mac,
yeah,
he was on the pitch.
Did Man City win the FA Cup?
Yeah.
I just can't remember.
No, the Carabao Cup they won because they beat us in the final.
Who won the FA Cup?
Oh, they won the FA Cup as well. They won both of them. They won the double, didn't they?
I can't remember.
Because I remember saying, I remember saying.
Why can't I remember the cup final?
Because you weren't in it. Nobody gives a shit about a cup final they're not in. FA Cup results.
Because obviously we're happy that Palace won it the year before.
FA Cup. Let's narrow it down. Final results.
Because I probably didn't watch the game.
Right. So...
Like when I was 12, 13 years old, I'd watch the FA Cup all day. Watch the build-up, see every goal of every game that they showed on the 4-hour build-up to the final.
Right, okay. 2026 was Man City 1, Chelsea 0.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
I still don't remember it being Chelsea in the final.
No.
2025, Crystal Palace 1, Man City 0. So Man City have been in the last 4. Man City 1, Man United 2. Man City 2, Man United 1.
I can tell you who Chelsea beat in the semi-final now.
Southampton.
No. Man City beat Southampton. Chelsea beat Leeds.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because Tin was banging on about it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And 2020 was the last time we were in it. It was 2-1 to us against Chelsea.
So
yeah, I mean... Because I remember saying that City were celebrating a double, and there was about 60,000 people there celebrating. We were just celebrating the league title, and there was, nearly 2 million on the streets.
Yeah.
Levels. And this is, I was telling you, wasn't I, about my lady's stepdad.
Yeah.
He basically said to me, how confident are you that Arsenal win in the league? I said, there's nobody there to challenge. So it's not that we're going to win the league, it's just there's no one there to take it off of us.
So basically, you're going to win it by default.
Basically. And he said, I disagree. I'll bet you £50 anybody else lifts that title. And I'm like, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So I've got a £50 bet with my lady's stepdad.
Yeah.
That Arsenal, for me, will win the league. And for him, anybody else will win the league.
Is it Chelsea-Liverpool?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll tell you who's going to challenge.
That'll be 0-0. That'll be a boring 0-0.
Unless one team have got some fire in them this season.
Yeah. Nope. Slot is fucking not the manager he's made out to be.
Mm.
He's garbage. And he showed that in the second season. When he started bringing his team in and they started learning his ways, they were shit last season. They were shit. And Chelsea, I'm sorry, what is Chelsea's training ground God's waiting room now?
Yeah.
Fucking 37-year-old Welbeck and Jordan Henderson that they've said, come on.
Yeah.
Jordan Henderson can't even jump over a fucking hoarding. And you've just signed him for Chelsea. There you go. Anderson's just gone limping off and head down. O'Reilly's gone off as well. Fucking hell, some dodgy decisions here.
Yeah.
O'Reilly's a great player. Why would you take him off?
The only thing I would say about Man City that I am pleased that they do buy players and they actually play them are the fact that they're buying English players.
Close your ears, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Just opening our cans.
Yeah. So, at least City are buying English players and they are actually playing, which is good for the national team.
Is it, though? Because we've just got fucking Gareth Tuchel in charge.
Look,
So,
we'll leave that on a separate matter. All I'd say is that it's good.
It's good English players are playing. I'll agree with that. I do think it's good that some of them are going abroad.
I do think it's good that Stones, who has the potential that he could still go on the international stage, Curtis Jones is obviously a player that is on the fringes of it.
He could move
and
his
Jed
way into
Spence has probably done all right for himself to be considered as a right back for at least the next 12 months. So if them three are playing week out for Inter, now there's no guarantee that any of them are going to play. But if all three of them are playing and are playing regular football
and
together against international opponents, a different style of football, which is what international football is, do they become stronger? Because I honestly believe that the Premier League is a different game to international football, which is probably why
we're so bad at it. So why are all the foreigners good when most of them play in the Premier League?
Because is the Spanish league anywhere near the level in reputation as the Premier League?
No,
probably not at all. So it makes me wonder, but they do so well on the Spain do so well on the international scene.
There
Despite,
wasn't many of them from Spain, though, was there?
well, you probably find that a lot of them probably are.
Because...
Or they've now gone to Spain. Some of them
maybe
as well.
now they've gone to Spain, but I think at the time...
I don't know. Lamine Yamal. He's obviously...
Yeah, but then Rodri as well, who was
Ferran
their
Torres, I think he's over there. Simon, their goalkeeper, he's obviously there. You know...
They're good goalkeeper.
Is it Gabby? I think he's obviously over there as well.
Maybe
I think I can't think who the right back is. It Arbeloa or something like that potentially. He's at Real Madrid. So you know a lot of their team is there. You're thinking, okay, Rodri's obviously not over there, but that's one player.
And as we've said, one player doesn't make a team.
So
yeah, yeah, maybe the Premier League isn't all it's cracked up to be. Then we're playing a poor standard of football by the looks of it.
We obviously play a good standard of football with some of the greatest players.
Do we though? Do we play a good standard of football? Because we moan about it every week. Players diving, throwing themselves to the floor, shit calls.
Well, interesting that you go into diving and stuff like that. So, obviously, address the elephant in the room. Obviously, I went to a game yesterday. So, obviously, I was down Southampton for Southampton versus Stoke, and I was in the Stoke end with family.
With family. No excuse.
No excuse. Now, everything that's been going on, and I said before the game kicked off and stuff like that it didn't feel wrong or anything like that. That everything that Southampton have done now doesn't represent me as a person or a phase of life I'm in, and I just don't. And the thing of caring is just gone. Like, I didn't care that they lost. I didn't care about the transfers they were making. I don't care about the kits. I just didn't care with the whole way that they dealt with the fact that they were cheating and stuff like that. So it goes on to the fact of cheating and stuff like that. That basically every time it seemed that, and you'll agree with this because you saw a game last season in the FA Cup, that every time a Southampton player was touched, they fall to the ground. And they get the free kick pretty much every single time. Yeah. Now, that happened a lot yesterday. Now, it didn't... And the way that it fell was... When it was the other way round, it didn't seem to happen as much. And it was really frustrating because for the general part, so the game started and... Southampton were playing football as they do, stuff like that. They knocked it round. They did a good through ball, and Carl Aaron put it in the back of the net. There could be no complaints about that. And Stoke weren't good enough at that point for that game. Then they came into the game and they started playing a bit of football, knocking about. They put a cross into the box, and Galbraith scored an equaliser. And at half-time, it's 1-1.
Yeah, I saw that.
And for vast majorities of that second half, Southampton had a couple good chances to score, but ultimately, it was just free kick after free kick after free kick. Every time Stoke were on the attack, a player would get touched or something like that. Every time a corner was going in, it was a foul in the box. Every time. It was like, oh no, it got to a point where it's like, where's the ref even seeing these fouls? It was like any contact that was made in the box, a free kick was given Southampton's way. And then Stoke were defending well and, trying to get in the game. And for most of it, were the better side. And then substitutions happened and they took off the core of their team. Like, I'd say that they took off a striker and replaced it with another striker. They took off George Hurst, who we've just signed, who's a good player, and he brought on Bosnick, who
Yep.
ran around, and he brought some energy. They took off Sam Gallagher and brought on Ingleson, which maybe not necessarily the right way, because he had a player like Manouf on the bench who didn't come on, and I was like, Manouf would have made more sense being on the wing to see if he can get some crosses in the box, which was what seemed to be working a lot. But then he changed the defence and the defensive midfielder.
Right.
And at that point, it was like the shape got lost in it.
Oh, okay.
Like, you'll
Yeah,
probably
that
know
doesn't
in
help.
Sunday League that if a defence is working, you really shouldn't change it,
No,
apart
you
from
need to-
injury.
injuries.
So, for me, they took off Bocat and they brought on Talavirov. And they took off Sumare and brought on another, Rigo, who's probably more attacking minded than defensive. So they basically really lost that DM as well. They
Yeah.
took off a left back who was doing well. They put Ben Johnson at left back and brought Talavirov on the right back.
Is this Stoke?
Yeah.
Right. So what you're saying
So-
is, in
so-
your opinion, the manager is the reason that they lost that game?
Yeah. And obviously the players have got to do the job on the pitch, but
No, but
tactically...
if your tactics are okay and you're at 1-1 and you're looking
Yeah.
decent, and you make 4 changes,
Yeah.
and then you lose, and you've lost a DM, you've lost a good left back, and you've lost something else, that's kind of the manager's doing, really.
Now, Southampton on the other side making substitutions at the same time. So obviously they took off Kyle Larin, who scored a goal, and they brought on Mbama. Now, when he was at Stoke last season, he was offside a lot, and, you know, the Stoke fans gave him some stick. So it was lo and behold that he got a chance. Obviously, they basically cut Stoke apart in the 88th minute. Couple of quick one-time passing, and got Mbama through on goal, and he scored his first goal to put it in. Good finish from him. He was onside, etc. And so their substitutions changed the game for them. But so it was a flip reversal. You know, the substitutions were smart. Now, Southampton weren't exactly a clinical team. Like I said, they were average at best, but, you know, they were better at the end of the day, and tactically they got it right. And then there was an incident at the end, obviously. He was through on goal. Now, I haven't seen all the angles and stuff like that, but you can look at the angle and you can go, was he offside? It was a push in the back. It's like, ooh, how close was he to the edge of a box? Was contact outside the box, or was it inside the box?
Yeah.
Was there enough contact for him to go down as well? So it seemed a very soft penalty, and ultimately Ingleson ended up getting red carded as well at the same time. But this is the 93rd minute, and Ryan Manning took the penalty and put it into to the keeper's left, and, you know, it was 3-1 at that point. A score that you predicted, I will have that. But it wasn't a 3-1 game, so I would
put my
say
tenner on it.
that Southampton, probably very important that they've got 3 points now, so they're on -1 now. And obviously getting rid of a -4 it's difficult. When you start on
psychologically,
minus, it's difficult to get there, because as long as you're on minus points, you're bottom of the league, you're on minus points.
Yeah, no matter
so-
what.
But the improvement of both sides from the weekend previously, where Southampton lost to Watford and Stoke lost to Swansea, the difference in the two teams, they both played a lot better than they previously did the week before. So Stoke go to Wolves next, and I think that they'll struggle in that one, and you'll probably find that they probably at that point may be bottom of the league unless Norwich lose also. So, but you could see there's promise there. Stoke, I think that they're going to be bottom of the league probably. I would predict that they're probably going to be bottom. Now, I might be wrong, and I'll probably go off and beat Wolves because I've said that now, and unexpected kind of thing. But I think the Championship, again, it's going to be a tough league. There's going to be teams. I think that West Brom are going to be stronger this year. I think Burnley are going to be. I think Burnley are going to be poor this season, based on what were. I think West Ham, they've lost to Charlton, so I think they're going to be struggling as well. I think Middlesbrough, Blackburn beat Middlesbrough, I think it was. So. And Middlesbrough team.
West Ham were tipped to fucking absolutely smash the league as well, and
I just think that they've come down, and motivation might not necessarily be there, but you might find that they might settle down a bit, get used to the league.
Look at last year. Southampton were poor at the start of the
they were near the relegation,
and they nearly went up.
And then they nearly got promoted. So teams can turn around. The teams that are at the bottom. Millwall have won their opening 2 games, so they're probably going to be there or thereabouts again.
Millwall look decent, I've seen their games; they look decent.
I saw a bit of a Portsmouth game at the start of the season. They played Lincoln. Lincoln at the start of the game were over them, creating chances, and then Portsmouth went and scored a good finish in the first one, and then they got a second goal and went 2 up, and I think eventually they won 2-1 or something like that. I don't know the exact score, but from last week they got well beat at QPR, but then they've won this week. And the other thing that got to me as well, on a side note and stuff, where people would say, "Oh, get a Portsmouth shirt, do this," kind of to try wind me up and stuff like that. And it used to bite and get to me.
Yeah, you did.
And you know what? It just doesn't. Like, and where it.
Who do you actually support now, then, or who do you want to follow?
I'm going to Stoke games, but I couldn't say that I'm full on. I probably am, but right now, I don't know.
Do you not really? You just support football then? At the moment,
maybe until time goes on. Maybe it's just.
So for now, we're just going to class you as a Macclesfield fan then, because
probably easier because I'm
it's the
looking out
podcast
for that
team.
One. Who won, by the way?
They did win, by the way. We got a bit lucky. We went 1 down and then they lost a man. So
lost a man. I think you finally lost 2.
Well, I mean, they lost a man immediately after they scored, which helped, and then they lost another. Which then definitely helped Matt win. So we were struggling until the 2 standings off. Or
so that's
certainly
2 wins and
one.
a draw for Macclesfield, which puts them near the top, if not top.
I
don't know what the other results were. I didn't look at the table
aren't
after the game. I know they were 3rd or something like that before the game kicked off, I think. So it depends. But there were a couple sides that I think had won 2 out of 2. Or 3 out of 3 or whatever it was.
Let's have a look.
He'll bring that up.
Brackley Town. The second red card wasn't until the 84th minute. After they'd already gone 2-1 up. Right, Mac are 4th. So you've got Chester FC at the top, who've played 4-1-4.
Yeah.
But have only got a +5 goal difference, so they're not kicking ass.
Yeah.
Oxford City, 1-3 drawn 1. Hebburn Town, 1-3 drawn 1. Macclesfield, 1-3 drawn 1. South Shields, 1-3 drawn 1.
I think it's due to the goal difference because I think they were
+5, +4. Mac are +3. South Shields are +3. I'm assuming we've scored more than they have.
But you've got to be up there to challenge.
But the fact that we've played 4 and not lost is good.
Yeah.
There's not too many teams. There's 5, 6 teams in the whole division. That have not lost a game in the first 4.
The club have took a different direction now because
Rob's stepped back, even though I personally think he was pushed. But there we go. That's just my personal opinion. Just my opinion.
Like
there's no fact in there.
It seems like that the money required now, he hasn't got the money to take the club forward.
It's whether
I think
or not
he got to his level, and because they want to progress further,
maybe
the money isn't there. So obviously he's done a great thing for the club. He's done a great thing for the town.
He's saved Macclesfield.
So we'll always be remembered for that. And maybe it is time to that the time is right for him to step aside. And I'm sure that he'll want to do that. Or maybe the fact that, it seems like Robbie was his mate. And because he's gone now, maybe it's not quite the same for him.
Well, it won't be, will it? There'll be a whole new dynamic now at Macclesfield because the two main characters, or because there were two main characters, which was Rob and Robbie. Then once Robbie had gone, I don't blame Robbie for going. He wanted to better himself and move forward, and that's fine. He was a Premier League footballer, and he wanted to move up the divisions as a manager. You can't really slate a guy for wanting to better himself and his family. And maybe Rob Smethurst did just lose a little bit of love for it, especially after all the bullshit that went down with it. We all know that he's had a load of shit in his personal life, and I'm not going to go into it. That's none of our business, and it's none of anybody's business, even though everyone's tried to fucking stick the 10 pence in. Just leave the guy alone. He's a lot of shit. Let him just deal with it. Maybe the club's just too much because of all the stress and the trauma that he's gone through. Maybe it's too much because financially it's a little out of his reach. We don't know the facts. We're just surmising. But Macclesfield would not exist without Rob Smethurst.
Yeah.
And Robbie Savage. Mainly Rob Smethurst.
Yeah.
Macclesfield Football Club would have gone.
Yeah.
And remained dead.
Mm.
So he is the saviour of Macclesfield football. I don't care what anybody says. Rob Smethurst saved football in Macclesfield.
Yeah.
And for me personally, my family's been going for 60 plus years. Like my granddad was 85 when he passed away. And that was in 2007. And he'd been going since he was 10.
I thought he was supposed to be wearing a Leeds shirt. Jack Grealish.
Oh, don't tell Tin Ribs, because he was all excited because Leeds are signing Grealish. I'm like, are they though?
It looks like he's wearing a
Are they
Manchester
though?
City
It
shirt.
looks very much like he's wearing light blue. And, may I add, still losing 1-0 to Bournemouth. Which is very pleasing because we all like to see, 115 FC losing. Or Manchester City or Manchester City or whatever
Surely
you want
it's
to call
more
them.
than 115 now.
Well, you would think so with the Marmouche thing. It's at least 116. The way they fiddled the books with that one. Albeit allegedly. That's just us guessing, although we fucking know it's true. We are just guessing that they've cooked the books there, but there we go. It is what it is. And like I say, if they can get away with it, why the fuck not?
I think it'll be very early, and I think first 5 games of the season, it'll be interesting to have this talk and see who we think's going to be there, who's not.
Haaland's through now.
That's good.
Haaland's through. His control was awful. What has happened to Haaland? I told you, once he cut his hair off, the power's gone.
Yeah, that's it.
All the power's gone. It was all in his
finished.
hair.
It's like somebody with like a third nipple and they have it cut off. You lose that.
I mean, that
lucky thing.
Is it
the source of the magic powers? Was in his hair.
The magic power came from the third nip. Yeah, I don't really. That's mental.
That's a bit like a Friends reference in Chandler.
I
was.
Pass. I didn't watch Friends that religiously, and I certainly haven't watched all of them.
He kind of was about the fact
I
that
probably
he tells
should,
jokes. He tells jokes, and then he has his third nipple cut off and stuff like that. And then the next jokes that he tells is like
shocking.
Not funny.
Yeah.
So then it's like the source of my powers is gone, kind of thing.
Maybe I'll have to start watching Friends, mainly because like I get quite a lot of time in the truck now.
I was going to say,
And
you're
there's
only
lots
like
of
20,
episodes.
30 years behind. But
Yeah, but there's lots of episodes, so there's lots to catch up on.
yeah.
Because
I tell you what, I mean, we should probably go into that in part 3, what we're doing, because this is going off football. So
it
I'll
is a
stop
bit, yeah.
there.
Well, we'll carry on for another 7 or 8 minutes or so, because then the City Bournemouth game will be finished.
We can give you the full-time result, but you already know anyway.
I mean, everyone will already know. But
goal.
Oh, it's a goal.
That's a good header.
There's a Gahey finally got a header on target because his first header was dog shit. So there you go.
I mean, that was...
The midfielder has scored. It was a good finish.
It was a good finish. Good header.
The marking was abysmal.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it
he looked
was
completely in space.
It was a decent header, to be fair to him. And there you go.
It didn't look like he...
Pep's kicking. Oh, no, it's not Pep, is it? Fucking hell, he looks the same, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Timu Pep.
Timu
Pep. I mean, I look at him and I'm like, I have no idea who that is now.
That's Timu Stewart Pearce.
Oh, okay.
It does look a bit like him, really.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even like create space.
Oh, that was unlucky on
Look
the goalkeeper. Unlucky on the goalkeeper, look, because it was going to him and then came off the Bournemouth defender's head. So I think the keeper would have saved that.
Yeah, probably.
That's a bit
So
harsh.
we're not going to put that against Donnarumma. I'm sure Tin Ribs would have done.
The header wasn't as good as we thought because it probably would have been saved. It then deflects off the back of a Bournemouth player's head. And it's not Donnarumma because it was a Bournemouth goalkeeper, by the way.
Oh, yeah, fair point.
So, yeah.
Forgot about that.
Tim Ribs definitely wouldn't. I mean, he probably would have still slagged Donnarumma off for it, but it wasn't Donnarumma involved in it.
No.
So, yeah, it's a bit sad, really, isn't it? But, yeah, City won now, Bournemouth won. And, like I say, we'll carry on. The Premier League, I still think Arsenal are favourites for the title, regardless. I mean, the fact that Brighton and Villa is still 4-0 is quite frankly fucking shocking.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Villa are down to 10 men, basically, Emery's gone damage limitation mode probably now.
I reckon they're probably just flat
it's
back
like
10.
Part the bus.
Flat back
Don't
10.
concede anymore.
Don't
You've
fucking
lost
move.
this game.
The game's
Accepted.
gone, isn't it? Especially in the 86th minute.
It's very rare a team comes back from 4-0 down. Obviously, teams can't. Oh, I mean, that was good defending. But, bit of luck there. Bournemouth,
Bournemouth have
you
missed
get
a couple
certain
of good
players,
chances,
don't you?
the thing.
When they go one-on-one and you make a tackle and it bounces about, it always falls to the same player. Like, there's people when we play football on a Friday night and you go in and you make a challenge and stuff like that, and the ball always sticks to their feet. Like, you bobble and you think, how have you won that ball? It's a 50-50 chance and you win it every single time.
Yeah,
it's so frustrating.
Young Josh is the one that I can think of that happens to a lot.
Well, Jake's one as well. He always seems to win a 50-50 every time.
The biggest issue with Jake is he's so fucking fast that once the ball bounces away, you're fucked. You're never going to catch him.
I know.
Because he's rapid. So
he doesn't deserve the luck because he's such a good player anyway. He doesn't need the luck.
Doesn't need it. It's bullshit.
It's the other people that need the luck.
It's fucking...
That when you actually get the tackle, it's like, okay, you've actually won the ball. Not, okay, we've managed to get the tackle in now. Oh, and the lucky bounce is yours.
Hey? I don't get lucky bounces.
No, lots of people get lucky bounces and stuff like that. So I'm playing a football game at the moment. So I'm downloading it. It's called Club at the moment. And basically, it's kind of like fantasy football, but you've got to earn your team, like upgrading your squad and stuff like that. So you log on and your agent gives you potluck of players and stuff like that.
Right, just for the record, this isn't the app that we're going to be
No,
this is
just the game that I started playing.
Game that I've seen advertised a lot and just can't be arsed with.
So I started playing it. So I've been playing it for a few weeks, like building a team together, like upgrading it so I can sign the better players. So it's like almost, I have certain ones. So, I'm Purple FC.
I don't know how clear that is on the screen. Let's try and do this so it's not shiny. There you go. So that's basically his team, and this is the app.
Are you sure that that's my team, or was it the other team?
Is that your team or the other?
No, that's the opposition team. That's my team.
That's yours. I'm ever so sorry, people. This is Jim's team. That's the one he's got so far.
But I've got to earn the players,
Thiago,
basically.
Torre, Watkins up front, Sanagra, Janelt, and Xhaka in midfield. Gvardiol, Hincapié, Coyote, and Shaw at the back. You've got Shaw right back, by the way.
I don't think
just
it matters.
So you know. No, I guess that. I just wanted to.
But obviously, Brentford have done me the world of good on that one, having Sangara, Janelt, and Coyote, who've got loads of points.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Oh, so it's like a fantasy football thing.
Fantasy football,
but you can't
so
just choose your players.
You can't choose the players. You've got to potluck
Unlock
that you
them.
get these
Okay.
players. You can sign players on loan.
Okay.
So if I went onto the loan market now, who could I actually get? I could get Torp, Bassey, Odegaard, Cravenberch to
Odegaard on loan.
But
You realise he had a fucking blinder in the last 2 games
yeah,
he's
you
played.
basically
He's back to his
you
best.
only get them for so long as well. You only get to keep them for so many games, so you've got to keep rotating the team. Hopefully, pick them again.
I'd put Odegaard in now while he's hit fucking form. Because I've said to you a couple of times.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to. So if I was to sign
can't
him,
loan.
I wouldn't have the wages because my salary cap is 32 million. So I've already got 32 million. So then I've got to get rid of a player, and his salary is 3 million as well. So I would have to get rid of £3 million worth of salary. So you can't have all the best players because your club isn't big enough to keep all them players either.
Yeah,
so you've got to develop, and then obviously you go head to head with other players. So at the moment I've got 122 points going into the game week at the moment versus my opponent that's got 56 at the moment. But it does look that they basically got Odegaard, who got all the points, and pretty much they haven't got anybody.
City have just scored Gvardiol,
but he's offside.
But he was offside. In the 91st minute, they nearly snuck. And they haven't even deserved the draw.
No. So, yeah. So, that's a game that I'm playing. Quite interesting.
We'll see it. No, he's not offside.
He looks on.
He's well on. He's well on. That's a goal.
Yeah, number 5 looks like he's very much playing him.
That's going to count. City do not deserve this win either. They don't deserve it at all.
Are they still looking? They're still looking at it. So
looking.
I'd be very surprised if
that's got to be given. I mean, I'm not a City fan. I certainly don't want them winning, but that's not offside for me.
He looks quite clearly.
I can't believe it's taking this long, but then we say that all the fucking time, don't we? We can believe it's taking this long because VAR is shit.
And
goal. So
and do you think
goal,
that now basically it's anticlimactic celebrating? Like I know in the Championship when there's a goal, there's a goal. Like it doesn't matter. Like
that would have just been ruled out.
I said yesterday, was it offside? Was it outside the box? Was it actually a foul? That sort of stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You leave the game going,
anyway.
okay, it's done that. At the end of the day, the result wouldn't have changed anyway.
I mean, we saw straight away that he was on.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great timing of the run.
I mean, he jumped back
great
at the
timing,
right
good
time,
touch, and
it was a great goal.
Great finish.
The goal itself was very good.
For a defender, that's very good.
Gvardiol does score a lot of goals, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
To be fair. I mean, that little bit of skill there to set himself up was brilliant. But yeah, City are now going to win 2-1. They don't really deserve it, in my personal opinion.
And he's quite a lot, even the shoulders onside. That's how much onside he actually was. But because he's in context, the player's leaning. You know, he's very on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he really is just onside, so it's all good. It's unfortunate, but you're more lucky than you are
where
anything
you're
else,
thinking,
mate.
like you see that,
Sure.
the lino is clearly guessed.
Oh, of course.
Now, is that a problem? Do you think it's right that lines now in the like if that was in the Championship and you're doing that,
you say he's
basically had to guess.
But they were very close.
I know it is,
and he was leaning.
Margins.
So when you're at that pace and you're looking at the guy playing the ball through and then looking, he probably was offside. By the time you've covered that distance with your eyes, their defender had moved back and he'd moved forward, so he probably did look off.
Do you think linos? Do you think they guess?
I think when it's that close, I think they have to.
Like,
I think they're taught to as well, aren't they? Because I
thought it was striker's advantage. So if it's that close, then
it is. But they also teach you that if you're looking from there to there, you've got to give yourself half a second of on and off because it'll have changed by the time you
At
look.
At least he's made a decision.
He made a decision. He stuck with it, and it just so happened he was slightly wrong.
Yeah.
And VAR could prove that he was slightly wrong.
But
Tin,
you
you
leave
don't-
that
you-
game.
you
But
don't
if
want
you'd
Grealish,
have-
Tin
but if
Ribs
that
is
was
not what
the
it was.
championship and you lost
Well,
or didn't win the game because of that
That's
decision,
2 points
you'd
that's
be
cost you.
fuming.
That's 2 points it's cost you
But
in the championship.
I would much rather be leaving a football game and losing a game that way than
Didn't have all this shit that we've
VAR
got with
getting
VAR.
it wrong.
VAR's a pain in the arse. I just... It's all this, well, we can't get rid of it now. No, we can. We can get rid of it because we brought it in. So we can get fucking rid of it. We don't have to have VAR. Just because the rest of football uses it doesn't mean we have to. It can be got rid of.
It can
But they
work.
just won't do it, mate. They won't do it.
Now, speaking of VAR and not, so
Not.
was it West Brom? So I think West Brom played Norwich and West Brom scored a goal. And their player has now been suspended for 2 games because he handled the ball into the back of the net, which was a deliberate act to deceive a referee. So he's been
Right.
penalised after the game.
But the goal
for
stands.
that sort of stuff. So the goal stood and West Brom have gone on to win the game. And obviously they've lost points and it was a handball goal. Now, is that any more cheating than any other sort of cheating that goes on? Because in effect, that has affected the result of a game.
I mean,
And it's basically a 2-game ban for the player.
it should be a minimum of a 3-point deduction, then, shouldn't it? Because the reason you've won the game is because you've cheated.
So do we then deduct 2 points? Because obviously cheating is a minus 4-point deduction for cheating.
So take the 4 points off them.
Yeah, it's a fine line though, isn't it? Cheating. Because obviously cheating
but
is a thing now.
If you've retrospectively banned somebody for cheating and it's registered as cheating, then that goal should be chalked off. I mean, I know that would sort of muddy the waters of football a little bit, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. If you've cheated, haven't you?
Mm.
And punishments have to apply. It's as simple as that.
Well, we didn't see this happening anyway, so...
We definitely didn't see City coming back into it.
So any more football talk, or are we now done for
Well, I
1
think
week
we're
there?
over an hour now, so I think what we should do is leave it there.
Wrap it up and...
And we'll give it a little bit. We'll see what's happening. We'll give Tin Ribs a ring or something and see where he is. We might be doing part 2 on our own. We might be waiting.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see.
Depends how far away he is.
Yep, it certainly does. So thank you very much for joining us. We've had our little bitch about football now without the mouthy Tin Ribs with us, but hopefully it will be for part 2 with a bit of luck. That would be nice.
Yeah.
And we shall see you beautiful people very shortly. Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Sunday League Pundit Show, episode 114. We've already recorded part 3 because we did that while Tin Ribs wasn't here, because normally when we do the anything goes bit, he's got nothing to say because he's boring. But he's here now to talk a bit of football. Now, before we start talking football, although me and Jim have had our say, there was one thing I wanted to say, but I needed you both here. You have fucking ruined it for me. You've ruined it for me. I went out last Saturday, bearing in mind what was fucking said on the Sunday. I went out last Saturday and ordered you both a Christmas present.
Yeah.
And you fucking ruined it on the very next day.
Yeah.
The very next day you went and ruined it. So I have your gifts that I'm going to give you now because yours is now fucking pointless. So I have that for you and I have that for you.
Oh, cheers, mate.
So you both basically got the same thing. I have that for you and I have that for you.
Oh,
But you fucking spoiled it. So let me just show this to the camera. This is what I ordered last Saturday, only to come to the podcast to record last Sunday and be told I'm now a fucking
Stoke fan.
Clayhead and a knuckle dragging Stoke fan. I ordered that, which is like a slate coaster. And that keeping right there. Because I'm a lovely friend. And I think about things like these. Do you know what we were saying about being organised earlier? I like to be organised for events. My day-to-day life is about as organised as a broken jigsaw. But for stuff like Christmases and birthdays, I do like to be organised. So, yeah, they were ordered and booked for last Saturday. You spoiled it for me. So, you're a scumbag. So, you're very welcome, Tin Ribs, who hasn't changed his mind.
Yeah. Don't really. I'm quite a loyal person. I don't flip-flop between my loyalties.
Wow. What do you want from him? Right, anyway, so this week's football. We have had a chat about it.
Yeah.
We basically said, ha to Man United. And,
I mean, that was just fantastic.
We didn't realise at the time that Newcastle were going to be beating Liverpool 1-0 in the 25th minute. But again, to Liverpool, because we fucking hate them as well. Mac won, give them a good thumbs up, even though they were against 9 man at the end of the game.
I know, what was going on there? I kept seeing like the red cards popping up on my notifications.
Yeah, I mean, the second one was sent off quite late, but Mac, I think they did get quite lucky that he got sent off early, because we were losing first. Anyway, so we went into that. Villa obviously has just been absolutely annihilated by Brighton. Tottenham have spent 300 million on players that I told you I didn't want Arsenal to sign.
Spurs are back!
We're going to go with that.
Yes, they are.
We're going to go with that.
Back to being shit.
Because you hear that a lot on TalkSport, because he said it a few years ago. And now every time Spurs are shit, they play it. And to be honest, it's never been more warranted.
Oh, they are. But the thing is, they are back to that bottom section of the table. They've spent 2 seasons in 17th. They've spent £300 million on absolute garbage, and they're back to being in the bottom section.
I was saying to Jim,
beautiful.
When we were linked with Tonali for 75 million, I didn't want him, and I'm like, I don't think he's good enough. They then go and spend 100 million on him, which I understand even less, and we've kind of been proved right because we said that their signings weren't good enough. Obviously, Savinho and Marmoush are not in yet, although we have gone through the fact that the money on the two of them has been somewhat skewed because Marmoush has got a sell-on clause and Savinho doesn't. Hence the reason Savinho looks like the £90 million player, even though probably Marmoush was the £90 million player.
Yeah.
But it means that there's less of a sell-on clause. So they're now 116 FC because they've now fucked about with their finances again.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
The thing for me is that they spent 80 million, was it, on Fernandez?
85.
85. For a player who is a serial relegator.
Don't ruin it.
And
don't ruin it.
No.
We want that to carry on.
Oh, absolutely. I want him to continue.
Yeah.
I want to see Spurs absolutely leather all that money away, piss the money to the wind, and end up in the Championship.
300 million.
If they got relegated this season, they would be screwed.
After spending that sort of money as well. And
the
wages that they're paying out as well.
Hilarious.
The wages that they're paying out is ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong, because people are going, how can Spurs spend that sort of money? Most of it comes from Beyonce concerts and shit like that. Yeah. The boxing and all that sort of stuff. And the American football.
Successful European years as well.
They've recently won the European Cup. So it's...
They've been in the Champions League. They've done this.
No, but they're earning the cash, is what I'm saying. So if they want to spend 500 million, they can.
They've been overachieving for a number
because they're
of
earning
years,
it.
And now they're at their level.
Maybe.
They've now plateaued to where they should be, I think, which is lower end of...
Which is where they always used to be.
Yeah, they've never really been a massive club, have they? I don't understand where this, top 6 or top 5 or Tottenham or this. And Pochettino overachieved with them hugely because he was a great manager for Tottenham, and obviously they had Harry Kane and Son, which in anybody's world they're two phenomenal footballers, and they would have in the heyday like they were at Tottenham, they'd have changed any team in the Premier League. Yeah, even the wonderful Man City, they'd have still got into their fucking side because they were just two wonderful footballers. So
I've
to
just
see
had
them
to look who's in goal for Newcastle because I'm like, and I'm still none the wiser.
Well, what's his name?
Play for, was it Club Brugge or something?
Horniak.
Horniak.
Hornysack.
Horny-sack.
He's
Yeah.
Czech Republic goalkeeper.
So
Never
whatever-
heard of him.
Either way, he's horny, regardless of what comes next.
I think
Braga.
Newcastle are in,
Braga, sorry, it's from Braga.
I could see Newcastle being in trouble this season. I know they're winning this game, but I could see
Yeah.
them being...
There's a few teams that you look at, and I honestly think they could be in some level of trouble. There's been some surprise results this weekend, but let's be honest, Crystal Palace look awful. Palace look absolutely
Sunderland have got European
awful.
football.
Sunderland are going to
They're
drop
gonna
off.
be in trouble.
They're in trouble.
we said
Their
that.
transfer business has been horrendous, but
Yeah.
they kind of overshot it last year. They overspent, if you ask me, and that's my honest opinion. They overachieved.
I mean, we didn't, but okay, that's fine.
They overspent for a team that's just come up, and it got them European football. Great. The problem is now they don't have that money to spend again.
Yeah.
They've got European football.
We said
Yeah.
they've
They
got
haven't
no
got.
depth.
They've got no depth whatsoever.
Yeah, that's
But,
literally
I mean,
what we said.
You look
They're
at
going
how
to
last
struggle.
season went. As soon as the African nations came up, they went down the shitter. But I predicted that.
Yeah. Because
And-
there was like 7 that went.
Yeah. And
That's a fucking
And they
huge.
just
I
don't
think
have-
5 first teamers as well.
so when they're going to be playing that type of game week in, week out, they're just not going to be able to deal with it. So I think Sunderland could potentially be in a lot of trouble. The 3 that came up, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great to see Hull getting the win, but let's be honest. Was that Man United just being that bad, or I don't know, but I don't.
It's hard to say.
It's early days and all that, but it's hard to see Hull, Ipswich, Coventry doing enough to stay up. The only thing is, are teams like Sunderland, Crystal Palace,
Fulham.
are they just going to be as bad?
Probably. You're probably looking at teams now where the teams that have... Generally, the teams that have been going up over the last few years have been like, oh, okay, we're going straight back down, etc.
Yeah.
I think last season, obviously, has given the teams confidence, like saying, hold on, maybe the gap has actually shrunk a little bit now and teams can compete. And there's a few, because obviously the teams that have gone down now, like West Ham, Burnley, they're very poor, I think, going into this
No, but
season.
The thing is,
I don't see them doing... They might get the playoffs in the Championship, but I can't see them getting even in the automatics. Even along the lines of even Wolves, I don't think now. But I would. My prediction right now is none of the teams that got relegated last season, Burnley, Wolves, West Ham, none of them are in the top 2 with automatic. That's my prediction for the Championship. I think
who's
at
your
least
top 2 for the Championship?
Not Millwall.
No, I think Millwall will drop out.
I think Millwall will be there.
I think they'll be up there.
I think they'll be up there.
I'd like to see that because I wanted them to go up last season, but I don't think they will.
Millwall. I can see Millwall being top 2,
I think West Brom will be strong.
and I think they're the other one.
Don't know. I think Middlesbrough are going to be very hard to overlook,
They'll be 3rd.
especially with Lancashire. I think that was one of the best signings.
Although they lost yesterday.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
West Brom 1st, Millwall 2nd, Middlesbrough 3rd. That's my prediction.
I'm not sure. I think the Championship's quite a tough. Well, we all know it's a tough division.
Oh,
but going sort of back
real
into where
hard.
we were on about, I don't think that gap's been closed that big. I think Wolves have been
Shit.
awful for years. West Ham have been awful for years. And it's like, if Tottenham have another season like they have for the last 2, maybe they'll drop.
So basically, you're both
they will go
agreeing
down.
with what I said, that none of the teams that went down are going automatically up.
I don't think they will.
I think,
I don't think they will. Unless one of them
Potentially
flukes the
Wolves or
fucking
West Ham.
playoffs.
I know West Ham have had a bad start, but I think they could pull it together. Wolves got lucky on the opening game with that last-minute penalty, which wasn't a penalty. I mean, it is up for debate, but for me, it's the
hand. So you
the
have to
ball
say
hits the hand.
arguably.
Yeah, right, arguably.
You know what? It doesn't matter. It's not really a debate. It's the championship. There is no VAR. Penalty was given.
Yeah.
It is the way that it is.
So you've
So
got
as
that.
I mentioned, to stretch one thing, and that was West Brom, the first game. A player got banned for 2 games for deceiving a referee by scoring with his hands.
Yes, I saw that.
Why haven't the points been deducted then? Because you get a points deduction for cheating.
Not always.
So if you've then been literally done for
Not
cheating.
always.
Yeah, but they got booted out of a fucking final for cheating.
That's not. Yeah, but that wasn't on the pitch. That was
Cheating's cheating.
No, that was a breach of FA's guidance rules on fair play.
But isn't handling the
So
ball
was
inside
handball.
a ball a
Yeah, but
blatant breach
okay,
of
so hang
rules?
on. Every time some diving, cheating little bastard dives in the area and then they get the penalty and they score the goal, and then now what? Do you want the FA to now go back and then remove the points for every single game that happens?
This is the thing that you're in though now. This is the
So some
murky waters
cheating
that
is
you're in.
acceptable and some isn't.
No, what I think it is we see it all the time. Players going down off like the slightest of touches.
Yes, I'm being over dramatic
Oh, I know
on
you
the
are.
terms
No,
of
I know
cheating.
you
No,
are.
but the thing is
On
though,
the pitch,
you could then get to a point where you've got a player that handballs it in
Yeah.
intentionally.
You mean like
knowing,
Thierry Henry to knock Ireland out?
like Thierry Henry, but you could have that, let's say, to win the championship. Let's say
that
West.
got them a place in the Eurozone or World Cup, whatever it
Yeah,
was.
but let's just say this season, West Brom need to win the league,
Yeah.
right? And the team they're playing, if they lose, they go into the playoffs, and not automatic,
Or get relegated.
or get relegated.
Make it even more extreme.
Okay, so they get
one
relegated.
One gets promoted, one gets relegated.
All right, let's.
And the
I wasn't
team
going to say,
that
but
cheats
let's
get-
say they play Southampton,
Yeah.
right? And Southampton, just if they lose, they're going down.
Yeah.
And West Brom, if they win, they're going up. It's 0-0 to the 89th minute, and then West Brom going to score it with the hand. But he does it intentionally, knowing the goal's not going to be removed. I'll just miss the next 2 games.
Yeah.
How is that right? You're allowing that by going, well, we'll not take the points off of them because we can't do. You can do that. You're the FA. You can do what the fuck you want. You can enforce your rules however you see fit. Cheating is cheating. If you get a 4-point deduction for cheating, why can you not give somebody a 3-point deduction for cheating because you're taking the win away from them?
So one is the team organisation hierarchy. It was the managerial staff and hierarchy that went and sent a spy. Okay,
Which
so that's
did
not done.
fuck all.
Hang on, yeah, I agree. We all know this. This is, you got to remember, we were the culprits that got all this flared up in the first place.
Yeah, Spygate. That's
Yeah.
what started it.
Yeah, the original Spygate. Southampton just copied with a shitter imitation. And as Bielsa pointed out when he pulled everyone in for his 1-hour sermon on, this is how I collect data. What does watching 2 minutes of a bit of a training ground going to change on my fact filing with every single player's data built in? But that's the company, that's the team as a whole, that's the management structure doing something outside of the legal laws that have been put out there. For example, with financial restraints, teams being deducted points for financial things. What you're arguing is every foul, every cheat. I mean, we're talking about cheating on the pitch. Every time you professional foul someone, you are cheating. Every time you foul someone, you are cheating. Every time someone handballs it, you are cheating. Every time you do something.
Congratulations, you've won the league. You're on minus 300 points.
Yeah, exactly. So what you want to do is
hang on a minute.
Hang
on a minute.
I've seen 8 fouls already. I mean,
yeah, but you're not going on the same thing as what I'm talking about, and I'll explain why now. I'll explain why now. I agree that every foul, etc., 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 is cheating. However, we are now talking about retroactive punishment, not on-the-spot punishment. If you cheat and you get booked, you've been done. Because if you, let's say you handball it into the net, and the ref books you for it, you don't get the goal. So yes, you've cheated, but that point has been removed immediately on field.
Yeah, on field.
I'm on about retroactive punishment. So the player's been punished retroactively, but the actual incident is fine. No, it isn't. It's fucking cheating. If you'd have caught it on the pitch with VAR, that goal would have been disallowed. So go disallow it. I don't give a fuck if it's... You have retroactively punished that guy. So do you understand what I mean by it's different now?
If it's not, because...
It is different because it's retroactive.
How many games have you seen that's gone one way, goal, flips reverse, momentum changes?
No, I know you understand what you're saying.
If you
okay, so here's the solution. Just remove VAR. Then whatever errors you have during a game are just errors again.
Yeah.
And we just accept it.
Yeah, but retrospectively...
The only reason we're not accepting it now is because VAR is doing shit
but
like that.
The whole point is, this wasn't done with VAR. This is done retrospectively. Retrospectively is punishment for the player.
But I guarantee that every single handball goal that's scored, not every player is going to be given a 2-match ban for it.
No.
I think it depends on the level.
I don't think it should matter.
I mean, he literally...
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, double punched the ball into the net.
Still a handball goal. Oh, there you go. Gareth Southgate.
There are not many players like Di Canio who openly stop the game when a player's gone down injured or falls over his own feet and then stands up and tells the ref it's not a penalty.
Harry Redknapp was really happy about that, by the way.
But he was. But it doesn't matter. Di Canio was the absolute epitome of a sportsman. He played football in all the right ways.
And what football?
I mean, the referee headbutting may disagree.
He didn't headbutt him. He gave him a light push, and the referee lost his footing and made an absolute meal of it.
Paul Durkin.
Was that the one? Was it?
He just literally does that to him.
Paul Durkin.
Yeah. I mean, he barely makes contact.
Wasn't
with
it Sheffield Wednesday or something?
I think it was.
I mean, the fall is comical.
He just absolutely made.
Isn't he the one that tried the back heel and fell over?
Possibly.
It's the same ref, isn't it?
I think so.
He went to back heel the ball for a free kick and tripped over the ball and fell on his face.
He made a proper meal of it. It was pathetic. But
Could you imagine if he went up to Kalina? I mean, nobody would be foolish enough
Fucking
to
hell,
go.
no one's going to do that.
Who's going to be that
imagine
stupid?
if he did. I can't imagine Kalina even budging. You'd
stood
have
there.
that stare down, and
stood
he'd
there.
burn you with his eyes.
Yeah.
Like Cyclops.
He was a fucking
But you don't get it.
looking
I mean, at the
fucker,
end of the
wasn't he?
day, the wording has changed around free kicks. You used to be fouled, and you used to be given awarded a free kick. You were given a free kick because you were fouled. Now you've won a free kick.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, well, what? Oh, because you dived or you simulated or you went down easy, you won.
Yeah, I mean, a bit like that challenge there. I mean, 15 years ago, that's not a foul.
No, it probably is a little excessive because it has knocked you off your feet. Most shoulder barges are just shoulder barges, but players do fall over and get free kicks for it, which is.
I mean, the guy's
ridiculous.
holding his stomach because he's fallen over that.
Because he's a pansy. That's all that is. He's a fucking pansy.
Men played football 20 years ago. Wimps play it now.
Athletes play it now, and that's your problem. They're not built for football. They're built for running and lasting 90 minutes to do fucking. You've got to run now 12 miles a game, haven't you, or whatever it is. No, can you imagine Tony Adams running that far years ago? Or Paul Merson? No fucking chance. Matt Letizia, I was surprised if he ran 12 metres in a fucking game. But I tell you what, the guy was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, he only run when you had to. There was a chance of scoring.
And did it or did it not work? The guy was fucking brilliant. Whereas now, you get guys like Traore, who could run 4 marathons back to back to back to back. But he can't play football for shit. But he still made a fucking load of money in the Premier League, even though he's absolutely dog shit.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be a footballer anymore to play football. You have to be an athlete.
Yeah, no.
And that's why they can't take the challenges, because they're all fucking fannies.
Yeah,
because they're not built for football. And the guys that are built for football will take a good hiding.
Yeah, how would Neil Ruddock perform in this?
He'd be red carded every game.
He'd be red carded every game because he's not capable of keeping up with them. And he would tackle the way Neil Razor Ruddock would have tackled. And in this day and age, you're just not going to get away with that shit. But it's like, even if you go back to Martin Keown against United's Dutch guy, number 10, Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy.
So you got Van Nistelrooy against Keown, they were both fucking warriors.
Yeah, they kicked the lumps out of each
kicked
other.
the fuck out of each other. And they never bitched for a free kick either.
No.
They just kicked holes out of each other and expected it back, or they'd be like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
I've kicked you. Why are you not kicking me back? What's wrong with you? Like, you wanted it back.
Who was it famously that Shearer had that thing with? And like the whole game, they were like elbowing each other and everything. And then at the end, you saw them walking off together laughing.
Parlour.
Parlour.
They used to do it all the time, Ray Parlour and Shearer. Because the one time where Parlour did get in trouble, at Highbury, right? And we ended up losing the game. And they come together, and Shearer went down, and Parlour got booked and sent off. And Shearer ran over to the ref going, it wasn't a fucking booking, mate. It wasn't a booking. But he sent him off anyway.
Yeah.
And Shearer's literally pleading with the ref, don't send him off. It was nothing wrong with it. Because it was just the way they were. They used to just batter each other on the pitch.
Yeah.
But then they go off arm in arm and be like giggling and all the rest. But Shearer's running up to the ref going, don't do it. Don't book him. Don't book him. Don't book him. It wasn't booking.
As much as I don't like Roy Keane, what he said before the match, you don't talk to your opposition. You don't smile at them. You spend the next 90 minutes kicking the shit out of each other. Then you can smile when that final whistle goes.
Do what you want. As long as
then
you've won.
you can be friends.
As long as you've won.
I'm not convinced he was even happy after 90 minutes smiling.
No.
If they won, he was.
But he doesn't agree with. I mean, I'm with him on that. The whole shirt swapping at half time.
Oh,
that
what?
Now.
No.
That should be outlawed. That should be prisonable. That should be a prisonable offence.
You don't do it to the end.
It just shouldn't be done. Like whoever that twat was that swapped with Maradona in the World Cup. Yeah, Hodge was it? Needs a slap. Needs a slap. You just shouldn't be doing that. It's just not right. Half time, Newcastle 1, Liverpool 0. This is what we like to see.
Right.
Because he even had, like, Gary Neville wouldn't even shake hands or acknowledge his brother in the tunnel before a game.
Just ignored him, blanked him completely. That's the way it should be before a
And
game.
I mean, even the one, you can understand it because when Peter Schmeichel signed for Man City.
Oh, yeah.
And he sort of went to him and went, oh, it's you. No, I'm not acknowledging the fact that you're trying to speak.
Yeah, I that's the sort of thing I like. Right, are we desperately wanting to say anything else?
Obviously, you've sort of done all your talk about things, but I have to say this weekend has actually been really good.
It's been wonderful.
All the results that I kind of wanted have happened, as it would be.
Me too.
Arsenal, I think there's only ever one side in it.
Pretty much.
Literally only ever one side in it. Man United was a great game to watch. Really enjoyed that one.
Did you watch the bit with what's his name afterwards? Oh, what's his fucking name? That dickhead that's famous.
Mark Goldbridge.
That's the badger.
You mean the one I sent you?
No, but there's loads of them.
Mate, Goldbridge.
There's loads of them.
Goldbridge just does. I love watching that absolute melt.
Crying his eyes out for the
that
whole
melt.
90 minutes.
I can't stand the bloke. I absolutely can't stand the bloke. But I love watching his videos because he's a crying little bitch. A bit like that when we smashed Liverpool in the friendly. Did I send you the two videos where on the one, the first half when they beat it, he's like, yeah, Liverpool back, yeah, Liverpool. And then and he's like, oh yeah, everyone's we're gonna do this. And then when we absolutely slapped him second off, he's like, yeah, so it's only a friendly, so I don't know what everyone's getting excited about.
You didn't send me that,
mate. It's hilarious.
You didn't send me that. I haven't seen that. I'd remember if I
sat
saw
there
it.
like going on about how Liverpool are back, they're the best team ever. So when we put our team out and slapped them up in the second half. And it's like, yeah, well, it's only friendly, isn't it? You know, it doesn't really matter. It's only friendly. It's like, yeah, fucking dickhead. And it's like the amount of people who were on his page going, this aged well, didn't it?
Like, well, you're going to get that though, aren't you, at the end of the day?
Yeah, and it's nice to see Liverpool seem to be just as shit as always. Everton looked decent, but I don't know if it was Everton looked good.
Pickford saved him a few times during that game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know if it was Everton looked good or Crystal Palace just looked that bad.
Palace were awful.
Could be a combination of both.
Ipswich Sunderland, that was actually a good game to watch. Did you see the free kick though? The Sunderland free kick?
Yeah.
Tony Yeboah-esque.
Yeah.
From a free kick.
Quality.
That was.
But Sunderland are in trouble this season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Sunderland are definitely in trouble. I said it the other week that
they're not ready for Thursday, Sunday football.
No, they're not. Their transfer business has not been good enough. Their transfer business has not got them a squad that is capable of competing in Europe. They need some seriously good signing, or not necessarily like new first team players, but they need those players that, if you let's just say their best player is a 5-star, they need that player who's sitting on the bench who's a 4-star. So he's not quite as good, but when it comes to that extra game, you've got that he can drop off and bring the next one in.
Whereas right now they're a bunch of 2s. Yeah,
it's like you've got a 4-star winger who's your best player, and then you look to the bench and go, oh dear, 2-star. It's not. They just don't have a squad capable of competing at the level that they've achieved, and there is that worry that with teams like that, it's where do you focus? What do you go after? We've seen teams where they're in Europe and then they're in the Championship.
Yeah, because you can't. It's happened to many a team.
Yeah, because the smaller squads struggle. Like look at Burnley.
This is why it takes time. This is why these teams that get into Europe, realistically, you shouldn't be going for that one-time one, but you need to build up and get better. You need a better squad. Brentford, Tottenham, Spurs are back.
Spurs are back, baby.
Spurs are back, baby. Oh, back at the bottom.
Definitely
right
back.
where they belong. Beautiful.
Spurs are back in Southampton.
It's absolutely brilliant. 19th at the moment, and it's absolutely beautiful.
And
And then obviously we have the Leeds Forest game, and I will say this:
Wilson was shit. How can you
no,
be
it wasn't
that
actually.
How can you be that offside? He'd have had his first Leeds goal. What a twat.
What's annoying is it actually takes a deflection off one of the Forest
right?
players, and you're sort of like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But no, he's offside. He's offside. It's fine.
And he was, to be fair.
He played well, and it did surprise me when Farker took Wilson off, moved Aronson from left to right, and put Okafor on the left. And at the time, I thought it was a strange thing, but I'm like, maybe I'm not seeing something else. And then when I looked at all stat data, Aronson was terrible. And I'm like, why did you leave him on and take Wilson off? I think that was a bad decision.
You don't know if there's an underlying thing where Wilson couldn't do the 90 minutes.
Or it could have been that they just want because Aronson puts in so much effort. Mate, I don't know. At the end of the day, the problem I think we had was, the fact that we had Merson following it on Sky Sports. I was watching the game, and one of the reasons that I have to watch the game is because you'll listen to that, and Merson is absolutely clueless. The guy is an absolute melt. And at one point, they asked him a question. He goes, I don't know, I wasn't watching. You're being paid thousands of pounds to watch a game, and you're watching other things.
Maybe it's because he's got no interest in either side.
But then he shouldn't be a pundit. If you've got no interest in a game, and don't get me wrong, on Sky Sport, they do try to put someone who has a vested interest in the game at some point on a match. But if you're going to go in, it doesn't matter if you've got a vested interest. You're being paid a lot of money to give criticism on a game. And what annoyed me is a player goes in double-footed with a foot over the ball into the shin of a player. It's a high yellow. It's not a red, but it's a high yellow. It'd be harsh if you got sent off. Then 15 minutes later, Calvin Lewin does it. Where the ball runs away from him and they sort of put their foot out and they step on the other player's foot. It comes down studs on the foot. One of those, it's definitely a yellow. There's no argument there. Oh, he's a lucky boy to stay on. Sorry. He's a lucky boy to stay on because he lunged and stood on another guy's foot. But the guy who lunged in double-footed, his foot went over the ball and into another guy's shin, it would have been harsh to send off. And it's like, what world are you living in? They're both yellow cards. If any of them is a sending off, it's the first one.
Yeah, over the ball and into the shin. Yeah, without doubt.
But he's clueless. And he's on about, it's a dull game. It wasn't the most fun game. But the problem was, of all the games that we've seen, it's been a little bit like teams getting torn open by another team being better. You know those games where two teams just sort of cancel themselves out because they're both sort of doing the right things? It wasn't a shit game because both teams were shit. It was a good game in the respects that there was moments where you sort of go, that was a shit pass. But as a rule, they couldn't break each other down. There's some really good saves in the game as well, especially Sells. He saves a header, and it's a really solid save. Trafford made a really good save early on as well. So it wasn't like a bad game. It's just we cancelled each other out. Forest are not a shit team. Forest, going on that performance, will be there and around top 10 to 8 area.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Forest are a bad team
And
either.
there's Merson. Oh, it's not too much to read into it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, mate, you barely watched the game. I'm listening to your critique. You're not watching the game. But I've always thought he's a bit clueless. Like, you watch any of his commentary, and half the time he's waffling, and you're thinking, what game are you watching, mate? He was a great player, but he's a shit pundit.
He plays like that. Look at Owen.
Oh, my God.
Michael Owen was a phenomenal striker.
Unreal.
But I can't be arsed listening to him droning on.
Especially when he's waffling on stats, and he's like...
Steve McManaman's another
completely
one.
the stats that he's
Good
waffling
player.
aren't even real.
Don't want to listen to him.
Yeah. Though I'll tell you, he's becoming a really good pundit, and I really sound like Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
At least he's level and honest.
Well, he's realised he's a shit manager, so
But you
he's
know
found
what?
his
I
calling.
love his punditry, especially when they were doing like the halftime shows. It's like shit. Absolutely love him. Yeah, he's going up in my estimations. To be fair, I did give it.
I think he obviously knows what he's talking about. He knows the game. He's a fantastic player. He's obviously knows his stuff, because what he talks about makes sense. He obviously can't seem to get that across in a coaching.
You know what
capacity.
I will say? You know what? I mean, I'm going to say this in I'm going to defend Wayne Rooney as a coach for a second, and I think
No, you can't.
hang on, hear me out. No, you'll understand. Say, I don't think he's very flexible. I think he has an idea of how he wants to play. And I think the problem he's got is he's got this way of playing, this mentality for playing, but he doesn't have the players for it. And I'm going to use another example.
Amorim.
No. Vincent Kompany. He has a way of playing which is really good. So when he was in a championship with a Burnley team who could do it, they destroyed the league. He looked phenomenal. He comes up to the Premier League, still wants to play that free-flowing, fast, open football.
Can't do it with a Burnley team.
But the problem is, Burnley into the Premier League can't do that. They didn't have the standard of play. They got mullered.
Goes to Bayern Munich.
He went to Bayern
He can
Munich.
do it.
Same type of play. Now he's got the players. He's winning European. Like, he's on the verge of. Let's be honest. They could have won the Champions League last season. They were in the. They're in the favourites. And again, I will say, if we're talking about teams that can win the Champions League, PSG are coming into it. Can Real Madrid win it?
No.
Don't know.
No.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Bayern Munich can win it.
The thing with Real Madrid is they're serial winners of that trophy. So any year they can potentially.
Old Real Madrid
They
were
know
serial
how
winners
to.
of it.
Arsenal
I'm not even putting them in the
should be
conversation.
there, but have
Well,
they
they
got
will-
that fear factor?
they will
the
be
fact
there.
that they can't
They'll be
get
there.
over the line.
They'll be there. There's no
Serial
two ways about
winners.
it. They'll be there. But Arteta's no good in a final. We only won the Community Shield because City were shit.
Yeah.
We played in 2 finals last year and lost them both the same way.
Yeah, I'll agree to that. But yeah, it's I think it's there for the seeing. That I think Rooney is like Kompany. He's got this philosophy. He's got a great way, because some of his games under Derby were decent. You could see what he was trying to do. He just didn't have the players, and unfortunately, I don't think he's got that flexibility to. For example, let's take Daniel Farke for example. Smashes the league with Norwich. Goes up to the Premier League and tries to stay in the same formation. No backing financially, no players brought in, nothing like that. Gets absolutely mullered, sent back down. Straight away, hits the ground running, wins the league again. Continues on the same, gets sacked. Goes to Leeds, goes off, does his thing elsewhere. Goes to Leeds. Same type of football. We were unlucky. 90 points. And we lost in the final of the playoffs. Good season. Second season, wins the league on 100 points. Goes up to the Premier League, tries to play the same standard of football again. Now, don't get me wrong, our transfer window last season was pretty good. Realises this isn't working. Rather than stick to it, he changed it, or he proved that he was a better manager than people gave him credit for. He changed the tactics, he changed the formation, and since then we have been a formidable team.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've just had one of the best transfer windows. In fact, I would argue, you look at the Premier League, I would argue we've had the best transfer window of the Premier League.
I mean, possibly. You didn't spend 300 million to get slapped up by Brentford, did you? So.
Well, we've got what we've done. We brought Wilson in on a free, which is, let's be honest, what would you
Wilson,
pay? What would you
Wilson's
pay
quality.
for Wilson? What's your transfer value?
In this day and age, you're probably talking 65 million, maybe 70.
I was going on more 40, but
I'm going 40 to
still
50.
good.
I'm going to go 40 to 50.
I think he's on a long contract. I think you get 65 for Wilson.
Yeah, probably, yeah. So we got him for free.
Certainly with him being
There's
a British
the first
player
piece of
as
good
well.
bid, this. We sold Pascal Strauch for 18 million, which seems like a bad move. 1 year left on his contract. Wanted to go, try something new. Fair play to him. So what did we do? We go after Murkovic, who's been considered the best left-footed centre-back in Europe at the moment. Juventus wanted him back. Other Champions League clubs were looking at him. He chose Leeds because he wanted to play in the Premier League. He wanted a challenge. We got him for 36 million. What an absolute steal. And he's looking like an absolute beast.
Yeah, he's looking shit.
He's not a player I know anything about.
That's
Yeah,
the
he's
thing.
got
But
one
that's
leg.
sometimes that's the beauty of the Europe.
So,
He's only got one
so
leg.
is he a good sign?
Yeah,
I couldn't
So
say
far,
yet.
absolutely.
Dog shit.
So far, absolutely. Throughout pre-season, he's looked great. And yesterday, our back three
I haven't seen him.
looked really good. And then Trafford for 40 million.
I mean, that's a great signing.
think-
Whatever way you
I
look
mean,
at it.
that is a good sign.
I'm sorry, when you're banging out the likes of Becker, 80 million, Edison.
Kepa 75 years ago.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. You start banging out names like that, and they're like 80 million plus, that area. We paid 40 million for a goalkeeper who's potentially, in fact, I'm just going to say it, end of this year, he's England's number one.
I mean, that's a bold shout.
End of this season, he is England's
You said end of
number
this
one.
year. That's December.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. End of this year. I'm there.
That's a bold
Who's his
claim.
competition?
Pickford, big
No,
number one.
Pickford's done. So who's his competition?
Let's not forget the manager we've got in charge, who's exactly the same as Southgate and plays his mates.
Who's
So
his competition? It's Dean Anderson, because I don't
Absolutely.
think there is another English goalkeeper playing it.
Well, they're all on about that Coventry one, and yeah, let's not go there. Yeah, you're right. It's Dean Anderson. He is the only other viable option.
Because, I don't know, Pope, is he going to be playing?
Nah, Pope ain't playing. Pope's done. It's a shame because he's a good keeper, but
I think he's
I
suffered
think
a lot of injuries.
I think he's hit that age now where he's suffered a lot of injuries. He's 33, is he?
I think he's a bit older than that, isn't he?
Yeah, I think now he's.
So,
Why have
so
Newcastle
are
gone and bought a
there-
new keeper?
So are there any other English
I don't think so.
goalkeepers
I mean, there are.
in
Couple
the
in-
Prem?
Not in the Prem.
No.
You've got the lad from Coventry.
Carl Rushworth, is it?
Yes.
Something like that.
You've got Rushworth, and then you've got Henderson. Trafford's better than both of them. By a long way. By a long way. What a
What are
terrible
you
ball.
doing?
What
That
a
was
terrible
absolutely awful.
But yeah.
Newcastle were clean through, properly good break. Ball gets played left. I don't know who it was. I'm going to guess Elanga. I think Elanga had got it, and
Yeah, have the ball
he'd
back.
taken somebody on and gone past them. And this is what pisses me off about footballers. They've only got 1 foot. He then wraps his right foot around a left-footed pass, and outside of the right foot knocks it inside, and it just tamely goes to the Liverpool defender.
Yeah.
Whereas if he'd just wrapped his left foot around it, he could have slung across in or whatever.
Yeah, it was
Professional footballers should not be. Oh, bless me. That snuck up on me. Professional footballers should not be so one-footed. It's embarrassing.
terrible. Oh, what a ball
Great.
through.
That was
Slightly
overhit.
heavy, but still. But yeah, it's for me. Yeah,
See,
Trafford, England number one, no problem. So we've
Awful.
done well. We've bought in. We lost our backup defender. He wanted to go elsewhere. Bornau, really solid. We bought him for 6 million, and he's not amazing. He's not a Premier League starter.
So,
But you look at when you sort of go, we need a solid backup. He's never put a foot wrong, and we've gone and brought in a Swiss international.
So, obviously, last week we were talking about Liao.
Yeah, still there apparently. But apparently also, we're all in on Mudryk.
Oh, right.
And the reason it hasn't... obviously...
Is that because Grealish is playing for City?
I think so. I don't know, but...
Because we said that in the part one.
Yeah,
we went, oh, he's wearing the wrong shirt.
Yeah. No, what's happened? So Grealish is... Apparently the whole thing is still open. It's whether Man City want to sell. But Man City seem to be in a bit of a position of the I mean, Maresca's the most overrated manager in the league at the moment. He hasn't got
I think a lot of it could come down to wages. I think Jack Grealish earns that much money at City.
Yeah.
Is he, like we said earlier, is he prepared to lose money to go play for Leeds when he can play for City?
And just
in
earn
theory, have a better
Basically,
chance
the
of
conversation we
winning
had
the
was
trophy?
what's more important, football or money?
Yeah.
Do you want
And
to play or do you want to earn?
Well, this is where it comes into this whole thing that I was about to say. So, the Mudryk thing seems to be that Chelsea are happy to loan him out, but they want to loan him to France, into the French league.
Well, because that's a really.
But it doesn't affect the Premier League, does it?
No, but that's Farmers League, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a good place to get your legs back, isn't it? He wants to stay in England and stay in the Premier League. Leeds don't want to pay full contribution because his wages are astronomical and stupid.
Yeah.
And Chelsea basically are saying they want to send him off somewhere else and they pay all the wages.
You know, if that was the other way round, that would have been a free kick.
100%
Yeah,
it would.
absolutely.
Wissa just got taken out by Liverpool, but if it was Wissa taking out Liverpool, it would definitely have been a free kick.
Oh, I agree.
I
But
was surprised it wasn't a free kick.
And me, really surprised.
But yeah, so apparently Mudryk is a big thing. The offer for Lau still on the table, and he's been completely removed from the AC Milan team.
I mean, I wouldn't want Mudryk.
Initially, no.
Good challenge, to be fair, but you're not meant to tackle from behind, are you, these days?
So initially, my first thing was, no, I don't want him. But if we got him at the right price and we were only paying a percentage of his wages, he's a loan. What are we losing? We brought in that lad.
Respect.
Well, we brought in that lad from Brighton last season on loan. He played 2 games. Garbage. He would have been like 40, 50 million to buy him. Absolute garbage. So we've got a lad who wants to play football, desperate to play football, wants to stay in the Premier League. Let's be honest, he looked like an absolute talent at the time when he first came over.
Yeah, he got banned, didn't he, for ages for something or another?
Doping.
Was it dope?
Failed a doping test, and he's been appealing it ever since. And
I know he's coming back like 18 months early or 2 years early.
yeah,
from
yeah.
it or
Apparently
something,
they've cleared it all up or
so
something.
they have, like...
Yeah,
But
so
he's
either
missed
way-
like 2 years of football, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's 2 years. But you sort of sit there and go, what have we got to lose? And that's how I'm looking at it. What do we have to lose?
Again, it's the respect thing, isn't it? That's all you've got to lose, really, is just people's respect, because you're playing a player that's effectively just cheated. And regardless of them now saying he's innocent and revoking it, a bit like controversial, the Mason Greenwood thing.
Yeah.
He's guilty now no matter what, because people have heard something they don't like hearing.
Yeah, of course.
So regardless of whether his lady has turned around and gone, no, it's fine now, he's guilty, but then it will be the same with Mudryk. Same with Ferdinand. It chased Rio Ferdinand
Is he
off
still
in
at
this one.
Marseille, or has he gone elsewhere now?
No, he's in Turkey now, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's joined the Turkish League.
Yeah, and
He's kind of gone quiet.
isn't
now.
it Galatasaray or something?
Yeah.
Because I remember saying to someone the other day, they're going, we haven't got any strikers other than Harry Kane. I'm like, actually, we have. We just haven't got the bollocks to play him. Because Mason Greenwood's actually a bloody good striker.
He's good forward.
You know, regardless of what you think of him, what he's done, what he said, whatever you think of him, we don't know the story behind that. You just got a snippet of a recording. And I'm not saying that I agree with what I heard either, like, because what I heard was pretty fucking awful.
Yeah.
But, as I will say to any woman, if you are going to stay with somebody, it's not that fucking bad, is it? Because if it was that bad, you'd leave. End of. Right or wrong?
No, right.
If it's that bad, you'll leave.
Some people can be too scared to leave.
Or some people can be chasing the money, so they don't want to leave. Because he earns fucking 200 grand a week.
There's a fine line. It can be very different circumstances. So the other thing that came out, which I forgot about, obviously Argentina have been slapped up with mediocre fines.
Yeah.
I heard
That's
something
not
about
going
that.
to really impact them too much. What, £300,000 for for the flag?
Yeah, Messi will probably pay that out of his fucking change in his sofa.
I think the only one is one of the one that kicked off Royley and punched everybody and started the big ruckus. I think he's got a 7-match ban or something like that, and a couple players have got 2-match bans.
Yes.
For their actions at the World Cup.
Yeah, and they got to play some restricted games, like
50%. That's not going to impact them at all either, because the 2 games will probably be where they're playing like one of the
countries be like
in
fucking
South America that you've not heard of.
It'll be Panama.
They're a
and
nation
things
of
like that
rats,
they're
and
playing.
they'll always be that way.
What a goal!
finish.
As much as I don't like it because it was Liverpool, that was a great strike of a football. Low, hard, direct into the corner. Keeper got no chance. That was a great finish.
God damn it!
He's going like that. I'm a wanker. Good finish though. Fair play to him.
Yeah. Shouldn't be scoring from there.
He shouldn't, but it was a good hit.
Especially that.
He's given too much room.
Well.
People just stand off him for too long.
Why didn't he just stick his leg out? It'd have fucking stopped that. But never mind. Is what it is. 1-1 now. Newcastle, Liverpool. Decent finish though. To be fair to him, it was a good hit.
Probably could have done better there.
Yeah.
It seemed like
the defender definitely could have done better.
A lot of things.
Right, boys. It's been nearly an hour. We already did an hour earlier, and we did another 40 minutes on part 2.
That's
So
fair
I
enough.
think what we'll do is we'll wrap it up,
Spurs are back, baby.
and we shall see you beautiful people. Actually, no, I can't do that because we've got part 3, haven't we, this week? Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you very shortly. This is what happens when Tim is late and we have to do things in the wrong order. So yeah, we'll be back very shortly for part 3, in which we criticise him and tell you that we're going to mute him.
Hello and welcome to the Sunday League Pundit Show bonus bit, and the bonus being
Tim's not here still.
yes.
So what we're doing is we're going to go into our anything goes bit.
Yeah, because Tim doesn't want to participate, basically.
Why is that he doesn't participate, I think, is the most important
We
bit.
should have thought about that.
Is he very
originally.
rarely... Yeah, we probably should have just recorded this bit and then recorded the football.
The secret is we're going to do another part with Tim Ribs, but we're not going to press record. We're going to let him just whinge on... We're going to let him whinge, thinking he's whinging to everybody, when really we're
and
just
the thing is
out.
because he's been part of the podcast, he's not going to listen to it afterwards, so he's not going to know anyway.
And he's not here, so he doesn't know.
I'm actually okay with that. You're fucking evil, do you know that? You're a horrible bastard.
Yeah. Purple says,
I'm okay with that.
Purple says to me, you lot are horrible to each other.
I think this just solidifies it, doesn't it?
Yeah. We are pretty nasty to each other, aren't we?
But
A lot of the time.
That's just a mates thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Because like, if I'm nice to someone, the chances are I don't know you or I just don't like you, and I want you out of the way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be nice just to be like, yeah, all right, thanks, no problem, thank you. Yeah, fuck off, get out of the way. It's that kind of thing. So, yeah, you're very nice to people you get on with, but yeah, that would be particularly funny.
Yeah.
Or we'll actually record another bit and I just won't turn his mic on. So that we record, and all you can hear is him in the background going, and that's all you'll hear from him. It's like, well, could do that as well.
Yeah,
it's like, 'cause
absolutely.
we've got the controls here.
Yeah.
All we got
So
to do is turn it
we
down.
did get a little bit of feedback last week. So I think, so obviously we didn't go live last week, and
No.
we're not going live this week, as you've established, because you've not listened to it.
And the fact that we're recording now and we're not
we will
live.
go back to live, but we might just...
We will at some point. If I can find my laptop,
Yeah.
which has got TikTok Live on it, Whereas this one
maybe
doesn't.
what we do is the football part, we don't go live anymore. I don't feel like we're getting the true benefit of the live on that. But
I would
maybe
agree.
the everyday situation, like the pub quiz, etc.
Yeah, we're going to leave that this week because there's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
But I do think that certain bits of that would work better on the live.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally agree. I think we should just go live for the second bit and not the actual football bit. Just leave that as a podcast
The people that are watching regularly, obviously, they do enjoy that. And
They
if
list-
they do
they-
have
they-
a question about football, we can answer it as well. So I think that the live will change for this season. It probably won't be as much as we've done on previous years, but it's still going to come back because I know for a fact that Purple does enjoy it because there's certain stuff that...
Yeah, Squishy does as well.
There's certain stuff that they like to do to us during the filming that they like to see. I know that Purple likes to see my live reaction as she's done stuff.
Squishy's exactly the same. She's a fucking nightmare.
But they laugh
for
the
it.
fact that they know that they've done something and then we see it and then it's like...
Or they'll send us a message and we'll see it come up on the screen.
And we'll smile, we'll laugh
smiling or giggling
and
or
they
whatever,
do
and-
enjoy that.
Yeah, they take the piss out of us, but, you know, that's part of the charm, isn't it?
It is.
Part of the charm.
So I know that she said... But she did enjoy listening to the podcast last week, but she had to wait.
Yes, because
last
obviously I don't edit it till the Monday and send it out till the Tuesday.
So she used to listen to it
Yeah.
after and stuff like that. So
Yeah, my
she'll
lady
always ask,
listens
"Oh,
to it
what did
later
you
in the week.
talk about?" and stuff like that, which is one of the beautiful things about it. That she does show an interest in what I'm actually doing with my life, which is key to a good relationship. So
Yeah, I agree. I think I'll say because we're not live. I don't think women realise how major a part they play in our lives. Like little things, the little things they do and little things they say, how it can either make us or break us.
yeah,
And I don't think women have got a clue really just how impactful that they are.
yeah. I think men are more fragile than they're made out.
Oh, without a doubt. Where your mates are concerned and where your sports are concerned and where your work is concerned, I just don't care enough to be fragile about it. Okay? Because I know my mates are not taking the piss because they dislike me. I know it's just for fun.
Yeah.
So it's not going to break me. Like work, I can get another job. I love my job and I love the company I work for, and I've never mentioned I'm not going to, but I love the company I work for and I love my job. But if I lost that job, I'd have another one by tomorrow. Like that.
Yeah,
Dead easy. So I'm not concerned with it. I'm not fragile about it. To get a woman that I'm as attracted to as I am to my lady, that speaks to me the way she does and that treats me the way she does and does the little things for me that she does, she's a unicorn, right? Because you don't get that shit in one woman as a rule. They're either quite nice, or they look good, or they do little things for you, or they're not demanding, or whatever. But to get all that shit in one person is fucking rare. And I know for a fact that Squishy has no idea how impactful she is on my life. And I find that kind of strange.
yeah,
Because I'm certain you do, but I try and tell her all the time, this means a lot, and this means a lot, and this is quite impactful, and this is important to me. But she just brushes it all off as though it's nothing. And I'm like, I'm literally trying to tell you that it's massively important. But because to you it's not important, you don't get it. But it's fucking massive. Like even a little thing like the way they speak to you. Because I've had situations, right, where I've done a 16-hour day, say.
yeah,
And then I've gone home and I've sat on the sofa. And you know what it's like? You sort of sit on the sofa, you put your feet up, and then you sort of, your eyes start shutting and you start nodding off. But then your other half will come in and go, I've been here all day doing everything, and you're just going to come in and sit down and do fuck all. And you're like, oh, here we go. So I've been at work for 16 hours. It's not like I haven't done anything. I've been contributing to the house because I've been earning money. Extra money because I've been working extra. Yeah, but I've done this and I've done that and I've done... And you just, oh, fuck. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'll just get up and I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do the other. And then you just complete... And everything shuts down then because you're just not interested. You've fucking had enough and all you're getting is Wednesday. Where I'll do nothing and I'll go back and sit with Squish and I'll go, fuck, do you know what? I feel really tired today. There's no reason for it. I just feel really tired. And she'll go, just go to bed for a bit then. I'm like, this a trap? Like, is this something that you're gonna snap at me for in a bit? Because I'm not used to this. This is weird for me. So I feel like it's a setup, and it isn't. She's just like, if you're tired, go for sleep. I'm like, that's weird to me from a woman. Like, just not used to it.
I think Purple would be the same. Like, if I've been on like earlies or work late and stuff like that, and it's not very often I do. At the moment, I go back after finish work or whatever and stuff. I'll be like, oh, you can stay in bed if you want to and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't
Are you used to that though? Because was your ex like that, or was she the moany type of what you fucking sitting down for?
You know full well.
I know, but not everybody does.
It was constant like whinging, moaning about
Can you do
everything
this?
constantly.
Can you do that? Can you?
Just
why you sat down?
Get that now.
I don't get it.
You know,
it's like yesterday, right?
We don't argue. No,
so take yesterday into account.
We never argue or anything like that, and you know that's great and stuff like that. Like,
it's unheard of for most couples.
You know, like, it's a great thing. Like, we get each other. We've got the same interests. You know, some stuff we like different stuff, but most of the stuff we like to do the same things. So it just works. It just gels. You know, we're very different as well, which complements each other.
Yeah.
Like I can be quite organised. Like she said to me the other day, I've never seen somebody so organised be so disorganised when it comes to birthdays and stuff like that. Which goes,
yeah.
I can imagine on Christmas Day, you'll be the one irritating me out of everybody because you're like I'm so structured that it's like it was Willow's birthday and turned around and it's like time to open presents and I'm like, you got to open every present kind of thing. There was like no chill button to me. I was like, this is what we're doing now. You do it all. Whereas I should be more relaxed and like just go with the flow. If she doesn't want to open any more presents, that's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I didn't realise that I do that. Now I do.
Sometimes you need to tell
So I was like, okay, then that's fine. Because some stuff I don't realise I do. And then when it's explained to you, it's like, okay, that makes sense. Like, and I've realised that I'm very adaptable. Like, there's this, like, there's certain things I've done around the thing that goes, like, for some reason, leaving the bathroom light on. For some reason, I was leaving the bathroom light on.
It's something you do.
Don't know why. Not anymore.
Oh, but you did.
I've adapted, but for some reason, I always used to leave the light on. She's like, you left the light on. Left the light on, kind of thing. And I'm like, not like having a go or like, thinking like, to her, it was like, oh, okay, that makes no sense and stuff like that. So then it was like that. And then it was like, I'd leave, I'm like putting away, so I'm doing the dishes, and then I'll open the drawer and stuff like that. And then I'll forget to shut the drawer because I leave it open because I'm like putting stuff away, and then I might forget to go to it. And it's like, you're always leaving cupboard doors open and stuff like that. Not necessarily doing that anymore. And I said, I'm very much an adaptable work in progress. Basically, you'll tell me one thing, and then I'll move on to a new thing.
Yeah, I mean, proof is the fact that I don't know where my laptop is right now tells you how fucking forgetful I am. I had a conversation with Squishy just today where she jokingly said to me, fuck me, you forget so much. I'm surprised you remember to put your shoes on every day. And I'm like, She went, what's that face? I may have walked out the door before in socks and then gone, oh fuck, I haven't got my shoes on. That may have happened before.
Yeah.
that may have been a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, my memory is that bad that I have on occasion walked out of the house and thought, "Fuck, where's my shoes?"
Like sometimes I'll go with that. That sometimes my short-term memory can be bad,
Oh, it's awful.
but then
Awful.
my long-term memory can be so good. The fact I can remember a conversation I had 2 months ago, to the T.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that I was like that. My
Which
memory's
amazes
just
me.
shit.
So, like, when I need to remember something, I can remember it to a detail.
If I am, how do I put this delicately? If I'm in a legal situation and I'm having to word something in a certain way to make it sound a certain way and to come across a certain way, I'll remember what I've said because I've had to word it a specific way to put my point across. So because I've put effort into doing something, I'll remember it. So that when someone questions me on it, I'll go, actually, what I actually said was blah, 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 blah. But if I'm just like our conversations, if I'm just telling you something, this is why occasionally you get the same story from me 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And I get, Stretch, yeah, told me 3 days ago. I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. To be fair, you
That-
have done that where you say,
It happens a lot.
we've done that, and then it's like, it was the whole Stafford Rangers shirt. And
I don't know what
stuff
you're on
like
about.
that.
I don't know what you're on about.
Like, it was the first time you ever saw it, and it's like, you've seen it before and said that you love it. And
I
want
literally-
to buy it.
The story was I was driving, I think to work, but I was driving from Squishies now, and I saw somebody wearing the Stafford Rangers shirt. I'm like, fucking hell, but I was on the phone to you at the time. I'm like, fucking hell, really like the Stafford Rangers shirt. That looks lovely. And you're like, you sent a picture of it into the fucking group.
Yeah, I'd sent a picture in it, and you were like,
Did we?
I love that.
You were like, there was a picture in the fucking group like 2 weeks ago.
And you loved it.
I'm like, okay, kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Boom, gone. Not a fucking clue. And I still don't remember that being sent into the group, but I remember the guy wearing it because you took the piss because we'd already been through it.
Yeah.
So that's why I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
But the first one,
No.
gone. Still don't remember it. Don't remember that picture being sent into the group.
We can prove it.
I've gone
obviously,
back through the conversation. I have seen it go into the group. Don't remember it being sent in there.
or commenting on it as well.
You know, I've seen my comment as well. Don't remember sending it. Fucking madness, mate. Honestly, having a bad memory is fucking awful. Because, like, it is bad enough that I have before now got up from the sofa, turned to Squishy and gone, fucking hell, I've got my head's killing. Go get some paracetamol. All right, no problem. And then I'm stood at the fridge, like, I wanted a can, didn't I? So I'll go and get a can of Pepsi out. And then I'll go into the living room and she go, have you taken it? Take what? What are you on about? You went in for paracetamol, you got a headache. Oh shit, yeah, my head's hurting still. And she'll go, do you know what? Fuck it, I'll go get them.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
The problem is if you forget that you've took it and then
Well then,
try take it again.
she keeps a note then. She'll go, look, just take them now while I'm watching you. I'm like, okay. I'm like a fucking kid, mate, honestly. It's a good job she is the way she is because I'm fucking useless.
I've gone into the kitchen
I am
and
useless.
stuff.
So bad.
I think that might be a man thing though, where you can go for something and then do something else and come back and then you haven't done what you went in for.
Do you know what it was? It could again have been yesterday, could have been the day before, but cooking for the little one. And she went, just watch that pan on the stove. It was next to me. And I looked at it and went, yeah, no problem. Stir, stir, stir. Turn around. Gone. Fucking gone. She went, have you stirred it? Stirred what? Fuck's sake. The pan on the stove. Oh, shit, yeah. I have to go and have a
Started
look.
sticking to the bottom.
There might be a bit on the bottom of the pan. There might be a little bit that's stuck. Fucking. Oh, shit.
Beautiful.
It may be a bit solid at the bottom. Mate, honestly, I am beyond useless. Fucking beyond useless. Awful. But there we go. This is why it's good that I'm with someone like the way I am, because she's fucking wonderful and she helps me through my uselessness. You see?
Yeah.
bullies the shit out of me for it. But at least she helps me with it as well. So it sort of levels itself out, really. And then you've heard the abuse, so she abuses me anyway.
Yeah, rightly so.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. That's a bit harsh, really, but there we go. But I get the feeling your lady would be fairly similar, at least. She'd be really nice to you and make sure that you're all right, then bully the shit out of you because you were fucking useless afterwards.
Well, I had a lie-in the other day.
Oh, okay.
It was like 9:15. And then I got a
Fucking
phone
hell.
call.
It's a good line.
Going, have I done something wrong? Have I pissed you off?
And you're like, well, you just woke me up.
No, it was like I'd been awake, but then I was doing the things that I reacted to a message, so I hadn't messaged the person and stuff like that. But it got to a point, and that was kind of nice, the fact that she was worried about me, because it was like 10:45, because I'd been up about half an hour. I was like, I didn't get up till 15:15, and I was dealing with the stuff that you were helping me with, which was something to do with I've got a light that's, they can't pass off the electricity report because the light fitting's not right, even though it's a new build, and legislation should be right. And
so
stuff.
it's
I'm
just
going
passed
through
an inspection
in 2023,
and will now fail an inspection in 2026.
yeah.
Fuck me.
So I'm now like
New builds. Yay.
So now I'm like arguing the fact to get that done. I mean, the cost of it's going to be about £330, something like that.
Yeah, but why should that fall on your
But it
shoulders?
shouldn't fall on my shoulders.
Because
Like,
you didn't build the
I'm
fucking
not
place.
Gonna not
Is it
pay
a light
in the
fitting
long
you've
run.
put in?
No,
Then it shouldn't fall on
no.
you.
So, but obviously, it will get sorted, but hopefully it is going to be the company that I originally bought the property from that are going to fix that.
Yes.
On there, which is obviously what I'm pushing for, because obviously I've got all the solicitors are involved with all that and stuff, so but I'm not going to let stuff fall through just for that sort of money.
When I mean, you'll pay if you need to, but you shouldn't have to.
I shouldn't have to pay, and I don't think I will, but who knows? I mean, that's a good little tribute going on for Kevin Keegan there. They did do it at the Southampton game yesterday, a tribute there, which Stoke got involved with, and they were chanting Kevin Keegan's name, so it was nice.
I think it's nice when people because I
actually prefer when they do the round of applause rather than the silence, because I think the silence just opens people to
the odd dickhead that goes, yeah.
Whereas when it's
like,
noise and stuff
dickhead.
like that, anybody that doesn't agree with it are drowned out anyway.
Yeah. I think the applause in that is perfectly...
Much better.
Yeah, perfectly
I've got to say...
acceptable. What the fuck is wrong with me? Acceptable.
If you passed away and that sort of thing, which I'm hoping nobody does for a long time with people that we care about, but wouldn't it be much nicer knowing that you're there and they're chanting your name and cheering for you rather than just being there silent?
Yeah, I think I would rather have the applause and the shouting and the singing and
cheering about you. It's like, yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm going to make as much noise as possible, like chanting your name. And stuff.
Don't want my funeral to be morbid and shit.
I mean,
because
I want people to be miserable and cry and stuff.
I don't.
But then I do want them to be happy and remember the good stuff as well.
I mean, let's be honest. At my funeral, Ben will stand up when he goes, "Fuck for that." Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of shit I want at my funeral. I don't want people getting upset and crying. Fuck crying. Who wants to cry? You didn't cry at me when I was alive. Why would you cry at me when I'm dead? You took the piss at me when I was alive. Do the fucking same thing when I'm dead. Yeah. All this, you can't take the piss out of the dead. This one you can when I'm gone. Take the fucking piss, because that's what I want.
Absolutely. But no.
It's
Newcastle, Liverpool, not Liverpool, Chelsea.
I thought Liverpool, Chelsea. Yeah, it's Newcastle, Liverpool is about to kick off.
So we did get that wrong.
With the lack of Scousers on the pitch. Isn't Harvey Barnes a Scouser? Wasn't he from Everton?
No, he's come from somewhere else.
Was he?
Because I did look up that. It's not Harvey Barnes. It's Harvey Elliott.
No, Newcastle's Harvey Barnes. Was it? Oh, Leicester, wasn't it? Where's he from, Harvey Barnes? I want to know that Liverpool have got no Scousers, but Newcastle have got one, basically.
Oh, right. So they've got more Scousers.
Pretty much, yeah.
Harvey Elliott is from Surrey. He started at Fulham. Harvey Elliott. So, yeah. Anything going on this week?
Lots and lots of work because I basically live in my truck now. So pretty much that. So yeah, just working and doing and obviously now I can watch, because the hours that I work, I can work my sleep around the football now.
Yeah.
So I can watch the football in the cab with the little satellite dish and stuff and just get on and do what I'm doing and so I can work my sleep around football, so I can just watch as much football as I want now. Yeah. I'm also redoing GTA 5.
Yeah.
Because GTA 6 is about to come out in November.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really enjoying it as well. So I'm getting back into GTA, waiting for that to come out. 'Cause I do enjoy Grand Theft Auto. The other one that I really enjoyed, but not so much anymore because they've ruined it, was Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Up until RE4, it was hands down the best game ever, in my opinion. Loved Resident Evil. Played them from the first to the RE4 just became a shooter.
Yeah.
It's not
Changed
the
that.
same thing. It's not the same game. What are you doing?
Like,
Why are you changing it so
there's certain
drastically?
things, like games that I used to play and stuff like that, where I don't know, it was before achievements and stuff like that. Which achievements I do enjoy,
Sonic.
and trophies and stuff. Where
Sonic.
it didn't matter. I mean, Sonic
Alex the
was
Kid.
or you'd go away and it was like, oh, completed Street Fighter 4 times this weekend, kind of thing. Streets of Rage, that's the one.
Streets of Rage.
Sorry, that's the game I was on about.
Oh my god, I hated that game.
Did you?
I loved it, but
I've
fucking
completed so many times,
hated it.
but
Oh.
never really on my own. But like you got your mate round and you're there just playing
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
dual screen and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. It was
was
oh,
so
what a
good.
game! But it was so fucking frustrating
Yeah,
because I used to solo it a lot.
yeah.
Oh my god! And you'd get so far, and then this one dickhead would just kick your ass over and over again.
And the
you'd
thing
be like,
is,
"This is doing my fucking head
and
in."
these games, so beautiful. You play it for absolute hours, and you know what the controls were? So basic. It was 2 buttons: jump,
A and B.
kick. Yeah.
A and B.
Why was it so good? The graphics terrible, but it was so good.
Because it was easy.
But
It was
hard
easy.
at the same time.
It was easy to get lost in. It was easy to learn. And it was only when we were bored.
But even like
Because-
football games, like so basic, like FIFA 95, it
Pass
was
and
like
shoot.
pass, take it, wing, down the wing, which was kind of like a cheat code. Get
Yeah.
to the edge of the box.
Cross.
No, shoot. and it
Oh,
went in
on
the
that
top
little
corner.
one area, yeah.
There was a certain point where
Yeah.
you do it over
When you
and
got
over
the star
and over
around
again.
your player's feet.
And then, but it was like the men just used to run around like robots, like that was running. kind
Yeah,
of thing,
but they
and it's
glide
like-
across the ground
Yeah.
rather than run. Yeah. I remember the days. They were good days. They were.
Yeah, you didn't even. You started with fake player names and fake, like you'd had North London FC, North London Whites.
Yeah. And we used to have Jurgen Klonsman in the team because they didn't
Yeah.
want to pay the rights for the names.
Yeah.
So
But you knew exactly who the player was, and
course
you know
you
what? You didn't even care.
no, nobody gave a shit because it was things were just easier back then, weren't they? And like I say, it was only to appease us when we were bored because if
Like you
we
played-
didn't rely on consoles and then use outside if someone was going wrong with the console. We used to be outside constantly.
Yeah.
And if it was pissing down, snowing, too cold, your mates were grounded or you were grounded, then it was console. It was like a last
And
resort.
you had your memory card to save a game.
Yeah.
On the PlayStation 1. So you'd stick in your memory card,
Yeah.
and certain games required certain
3
space.
blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks.
And if one of
And
your
then
blocks was in the wrong space, you used to have to move the block
Yeah.
to another space so you could fit your game on.
Yeah.
And you'd end up having like you'd have about 9 memory cards, and you're like, right, that's that game and stuff.
Yeah,
like
and you'd
that
have to write on the
save.
memory card which game was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all
And
that.
the game loaded instantly. It was like you could buy a game from a shop, go, okay, I'm going to play this game, plug it in.
Within
all the
seconds
CD
of being home,
loads.
it's there.
Whereas now it's like, game comes out. I mean,
Update.
It's not too bad with digital because you can pre-download the game. But I know before that, where you used to buy a physical copy of a game, it's like, game comes out at midnight. You go for midnight launch.
We did it with GTA 5.
Yeah, you plug the game in. You want to play, 2 hours to download or
Update.
whatever.
Yeah,
And it's like,
fucking-
this is so bad.
That's exactly what happened with us with GTA 5,
Yeah.
if you remember, because we finished work and went to queue up.
Yeah.
Just because we'd finished work late.
Yeah.
So we might as well. So we went and queued up, we picked GTA 5 up, and we're like, gonna see who can complete it quicker. Within an hour of leaving that store, we were messaging each other going, we'll just see who downloads it first. Because this is going to take ages.
Go to bed. I'll wake up, play in
Yeah,
the morning.
I'll do it in the morning.
At least
'cause
he'll
this
be
is
ready
gonna
for
take
then.
Fucking ages. So yeah, I know exactly what you're on about. It was painful.
But like in other games like Silent Hill, I remember playing that.
Another
and
good game.
It used to give you chills. Like you'd be walking down the street or something, and then the music like changes, and all of a sudden you get this chill down your back.
Yeah.
And it was creepy as hell to the point where you're like, I don't want to play this now.
Yeah.
You're like proper into it.
The only thing that
And it was scary as hell.
the only thing that remotely comes close to that now is the Resident Evil 7 you can play in VR.
Yeah.
And that's quite immersive.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I
See,
did enjoy
VR was all right, but it just... I find myself, I don't quite have as much time to game as anywhere and used to.
I definitely don't.
I think once I'm living with Purple and stuff like that, and we get our situation, stuff, I think I'm going to have a little bit more time to play, because obviously now when I've got free time, I value the time that I can spend with Purple, because I don't get too much, because obviously we're not living together, so obviously I'm spending, like, sometimes she'll be at work when I'm at mine, and vice versa, which does work. And you know, like, I like being on the late shift. I quite enjoy it, actually, the lates and chilling in the morning
hated
and
lates
stuff
when I was
like
doing
that.
it.
I don't mind it because it's more chilled out. I tend to find that being at work is better. You know, time goes really quickly. You know, I'm dead busy all the time, really, and you know, to get stuff done. So it is challenging, which I like. So when I get back like 10:30 or whatever, and then it's like, okay, I watch TV for a bit because I can't be bothered to game at that time.
Obviously.
Because obviously when I wake up in the morning, I want to be talking to Purple because she's up. So I'm getting up early because I want to talk to her.
That makes sense.
Especially when she'll be going to work as well. I mean, she's off at the moment because she would get 6 weeks off.
Because she's lazy. That's fine. You can say it. That's
Yeah.
not a problem.
Gets more holiday than the rest of us.
Bone
know,
idol.
You know, and so that's nice. So it's like tonight I haven't really got anything on. I don't really know what I'm going to do after this tonight. I've got to pack my bag because we're going to York tomorrow. So we're going up to York tomorrow
You'll
morning.
be fucking surprised how long that shit can take, you know.
I think we're setting off about 8. Should get there.
You'd be
for
surprised
about
how long
10:30.
it can take packing a fucking bag. It can take fucking ages. Because you'll start doing something, then you get lost for somewhere else, and then you get lost for somewhere else, and then you'll be thinking,
Maybe.
shit, I was meant to pack my bag, and then you go back and do it, and you can lose hours
So
doing
we've
that shit.
planned a few things. So I think we're doing a few museums tomorrow. And then on the Tuesday, we're going to the Viking Centre in the morning. And then I booked
go on.
a good finish.
Oranga.
And then I booked a axe throwing experience in the afternoon.
Axe throwing?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm glad I'm not going to be anywhere near that. Or I say not anywhere near, I'll be fairly close.
So, picturing somebody's face when throwing an axe.
Tin ribs. It's definitely tin ribs.
Could do.
It's got to be tin ribs.
But yeah, so...
Do you want me to get you a Southampton badge so you can stick it on the target? You can stick holes in your Southampton badge.
No, because like I say, I don't hate Southampton.
You're a fucking liar.
Oh,
You're a
for
fucking
fuck's
liar.
sake, go away.
Oh, it's here. It's here.
He's turned up, but he's
God.
got food, so...
He's got
we'll let him
food, so
off.
we're okay with it.
And then on the Wednesday, I mean, we're coming back on the Wednesday, but, you know, we'll... that's a bit of nothing planned. We'll just take it from...
Oh, nice one.
but no, so that should be fun.
It should be
few
good.
days
It'd be
away.
relaxing as well, wouldn't it? Which is what you want.
And
You just wanna be
but then I'll
chilled
go
in.
back work Thursday, Friday. And then I've got a week off.
There's nothing about that fucker that's relaxing, but you'll be relaxed anyway.
And then I go back for a week, and then I've got pretty much another week off where we're golfing.
Oh shit, yeah, that's coming up.
We've got 3 days of golf.
God, I can't wait for that. That's going to be lovely.
We need that.
End of September, then, isn't it?
We just
Middle of
got to
September.
decide. Because I think we're going to play
Middle of
Barlaston
September.
on one day. And
Yeah,
then we're gonna
Malbank on the 2nd.
You've decided
I
that
think-
one, is it?
Basically, Spen plays golf a lot at this place
Yeah.
called Malbank. I think it's Malbank. I can't.
Is
But he knows. I want him to join us on his day off.
Is he off on the Thursday?
It's either the Wednesday or the Thursday.
So whatever day
So
he's got
his
that,
day off, we'll go to Malbank.
Are you telling me he doesn't want the Wednesday and the Thursday off that week?
No, he does, but he can't get it.
He's already
He can't
tried.
get. Yeah. He can't get
Because
it.
he has to have Sundays off.
Whereas
I'm
we,
guessing.
we're okay.
Yeah.
And I'm
were,
okay with it.
We were pre-advanced. We knew this was happening.
Yes. So did he, to be fair. I told him fucking ages ago. But he did a me, and he forgot.
Yeah.
So it's his own fucking fault. So yeah, we will go to Malbank with him on his day. Partly because I just want to know what the course is like, because he keeps telling me about it all the time when he goes with his dad and his brother. And partly because we don't know the course, so he'll be able to help us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, at certain courses, they'll go, well, there's water down this
I
side.
could be
Others.
interested to play Barlaston again, because we haven't played it for so long
It's
now.
been so long. And I've had lessons now. I've finished my course of lessons.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what I will say is I went for my last lesson yesterday. And I've done my long irons and my driver and woods and stuff like that. And he said, is there anything specific you want to work on? I went, my chipping is very hit and miss. And obviously, I did a few just as I do. And about what I'm like now, about 60% landed somewhere on the green and 40 just flew over the back because I was thinning them. And he went, right, change this. So I changed that. He went, right, do a few. Right, okay. A little bit better. And they go, right, now change this. And now change this. So I did that. 99% of my shots were within 15 foot of the hole. It was incredible, the change that was made. Incredible. I can't wait to get back on a course.
So what change did he do?
We'll go into that when I'm on the course because it's easier to explain when I'm actually doing it. But I think I changed 3 things on my chipping stance and the way I was doing it. And my driver, there was a lot changed on my long irons and my driver. And to be fair, they weren't horrific in the first place, but he still changed a lot. And you said that you noticed some changes when we were at the driving range last time in my swing and my stance and stuff. So it's clearly working. And Liverpool are losing. So win all round.
Super.
So, right, I think what we're going to do, mate, is we're going to call it a day there because he's got back and we're just going to chill for a bit. And then we'll record a little bit more football.
Yeah.
As discussed at the beginning of this part.
Yeah.
Because Tim Ribs is back. So,
Whichever version we use.
thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for episode 114 of the Sunday League Pundit Show. And if you want to get in touch, as always, it is sundaypundits@gmail.com. Any questions, comments, irritations, annoyances, or names that you want to call Jim Jam or Tin Ribs, then we are more than happy to listen to them.
Should we end with one thing, though? What's got 4 wheels and flies?
Chitty chitty bang bang.
A garbage truck. Tin Ribs actually laughed at that one.
I can't believe he actually laughed at
I
that.
know. That's great.
That is fucking awful.
And we'll leave it there.